shit, what you want me to prove?
Spacey got the sauce on.
Shout out to the No Cap crew. Early, thank y'all for being here, man. I really appreciate it. New footage of Jonathan Majors and his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabbari. I told y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Let's go.
Spacey got the sauce on. Spacey got the sauce on.
Sauce boy shit, what you want me to prove?
Spacey got the sauce on. Spacey got the sauce on. Spacey got the sauce on.
Times in our life,
You got time to sing on it. You sing.
we all have pain.
So then you gonna sing.
We all have sorrow. Then I look at Wayne and I know that he will be ugly tomorrow. Lean on me when you're my cousin and I'll be your friend. I help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need my cousin to care.
No Cap-tivity. Freezy.
What up? You are officially locked in to No Captivity with Freezy, where we tackle issues that sometimes have us trapped in this thing that we call life. But if you know me, you know my motto. To free yourself, you must heal yourself. And if you rock with your boy, please hit the like and subscribe button hard right now. And also comment and share this video. That is if you rock with your boy Freezy. Let's go.
No Cap-tivity.
As always, thank you to my No Cap crew for coming in early. The early No Cap crew. We got the No Cap crew. And guess what? We got the early No Cap crew. That's right. Shout out to Hassan. Shout out to Emperor. Emperor was the first one in the chat. Shout out to Jerome in the house. I say Jerome in the house, Watch him out. That's right.
No Cap-tivity.
Shout out to T Will, my brother in the building. Shout out to JD25. Thank you for being here. Shout out to my sister, Phoenix. What's going on with your Phoenix?
No Cap-tivity.
Shout out to, let me see, Raj Wheel. Appreciate you being here, Raj, my brother. Shout out to Cassandra, my sister in the building.
No Cap-tivity.
Let me see. Nicole, Faith and Fitness in Motion. She said blessings to the chat. She said blessings to the Cap chat, Fat and Mr. Freezy.
No Cap-tivity.
Could somebody welcome Nicole, Faith and Fitness to the No Cap crew? Once you're here, you're a permanent member. Thank you, Nicole, for being here. Let me see. Shout out to David Motor in the building.
No Cap-tivity.
Appreciate you being here, Dave. The Clock Way. Thank you.
No Cap-tivity.
Always good to see you. My brother Prime. Prime, what's going on with you, dog? He said Freezy and my fam in the chat.
No Cap-tivity.
Truism. The Storm Crow returns. Could somebody welcome Truism to the No Cap crew? Let's go.
No Cap-tivity.
You know what? I don't know. Can somebody tell me? Like when I put it on autofocus, I don't know if it's the smoke. Any one of y'all with like DSL mirrorless cameras have the same issue? I'll leave it at that. Ryder Prophet, what's going on, bro?
No Cap-tivity.
He said blessings to all, you dig? Let's go. It's good to see you, Ryder Prophet. It's my brother, man. Listen. Jonathan Majors. Y'all seen it on the thumbnail? Y'all seen it? Y'all seen it? My thumbnail be like a billboard. The words be big, and I try to make the people big too, so you can't miss it. Now, I don't even know if I ever reported on Jonathan Majors on this channel. I don't even think I have before, right? But it doesn't matter because guess what? Now is a better time than any. Because recent footage just surfaced in the courts of Jonathan Majors and his now ex-girlfriend Grace Jabbari. Grace Jabbari is for context of this video, of this live stream, Grace Jabbari, she is of the white persuasion. We gonna talk about it. And guess what? This show ain't gonna go how y'all think it's gonna go. Yes. I'm pretty sure a couple of y'all done seen the video footage already. And yes. A lot of live streams are gonna talk about Grace Jabbari. We know. Because it's obvious that the video shows a lot of inconsistencies in her story. But if you look at the video, there's a lot of things to break down from that footage. Not just Grace Jabbari and her inconsistencies that she's been spewing these past couple of months. No, it's a lot more to break down. But before we break down that video, I want to know if all y'all hit the like button yet. Especially my No Cap crew. Also, the ones watching from the clouds. Just hit the like button, right? It's not going to hurt you. Just hit that like button. It ain't going to hurt you. And I know a lot of times it be hard. You almost have to just take your finger and just make your finger do that, right? I don't know what it is about that like button. That like, I'm going to tell you something. We need to do a show just about the like button alone. The psychology of the like button. It's like it's like a psychology with hitting that like button, right? But this is what I tell people. Some people might not want to hit the like button, right? They might want to hit the dislike button. But guess what I tell my people over here? Hit the dislike button. Hit the dislike button. It don't matter. Hit either the like button or the dislike button. With me, it doesn't matter. I don't care. As long as you hit one of them, right? Also, to support this platform, I'm pretty sure y'all know, to support this platform, please send a super cap, aka super chat, or you can send a cash cap, aka cash app, to $Freezy1976. That's $Freezy1976. Shout out to Anton Daniels being the sponsor yesterday. I really appreciate you, Anton. I really do, bro. Let me see. Let me pull this down here. Support the show by sending super chats or super caps and cash caps to $Freezy 1976. There we go. So yeah, how was y'all day today, right? I'm pretty sure, listen, I got family all across the United States of America. I know in the Midwest it's cold, right? In Florida, it got cold for about a week. Okay, now it's back. Good weather. Shout out to Next Level, my brother in the building.
No Cap-tivity.
Listen, we gonna talk about Jonathan Majors. We ain't gonna waste no time talking about Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors has been going back and forth to trial or back and forth to court about the situation, the present situation he has with his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabbari, right? Grace Jabbari is a white actress. I'm really unfamiliar with Grace Jabbari. I really don't care who Grace Jabbari is, but I know she's a white actress. And Jonathan Majors, basically his career is on the line, if it ain't done already, right? We know what happened to Johnny Depp. Basically, Johnny Depp, whoever Amber Heard, I think that's her name. They basically did a hit job on Johnny Depp, right? He ain't been the same since. And I hope the same thing doesn't happen to Jonathan Majors. You know, I like Jonathan Majors as a black actor. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't think we really have a lot of good black actors out there anymore. Not like back in the day, you know, when Denzel Washington, Don Cheadle, Forrest Whitaker, you know. But now this new crop of black actors, I'm just not impressed. So Jonathan Majors, if we can keep him on the actor scene, I would very much appreciate that, because I like Jonathan Majors as an actor, right? Now he got, you know, if you look at Jonathan Majors in his eyes, pause, you know, he kind of, his eyes go in a little bit. He kind of cross out a little bit because he look a little crazy. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When you look at when Jonathan Majors stare into the camera, and you take a close look at Jonathan Majors, right? Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. If you take a close look at Jonathan Majors, right? Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Look close into his eyes. See how his eyes go in a little bit? Jonathan Majors is a little crazy. Look at it.
No Cap-tivity.
If you look in his face, it's just staring in his eyes. Jonathan Majors let me tell you something. You got to be a little crazy to be a good actor. Jonathan Majors he's a little crazy, but you know what though? I ain't mad at him, because as long as he keep delivering that good work in Hollywood, it's okay, man. You know, Jonathan Majors, you be all right, but listen, I got the footage, right? But I wanted to talk about something before I release that footage, before I show you guys the footage, because the footage is already released. Let me see. Before we do that, my brother, like he always do, he came through. Ryder Prophet, right?
You so damn dumb. Check the cash out. Check the cash out, bitch.
Ryder Prophet always is an avid supporter of this platform. And Ryder Prophet, I always have to tell you, I really appreciate you, bro. No joke. Ryder Prophet just dropped his usual $10 cash cow. And Ryder Prophet is a man of few words. All he say when he send his cash cows is $10. That's right.
Check the cash out, bitch.
No Cap-tivity.
Ryder Prophet, you my brother. I love it and I really appreciate you, bro. Thank you. You don't understand how much that means to me. Thank you, bro. And y'all know I don't like to beg for cash cows, and I don't like to beg for super cows. You know, when they come, they come. Every now and then I'll say it, you know, probably once or twice in the show, but when I see it, you know, my heart flutters, because it's you know, I feel like that's another form of love. That's like an extra form of love. You feel what I'm saying? I really appreciate that, man. But listen, let me see. Well, Ryder Prophet came through again.
Check the cash out, bitch.
Ryder Prophet is the official sponsor of the show with a total of $20. Because he came through one more time with another $10 cash cow. Ryder Prophet, thank you, dog.
No Cap-tivity.
Thank you, Ryder Prophet. I really appreciate you. Shout out to Jermaine Cole. He said, finally caught you live. Keep up the good work, my brother. Thank you, dog. Thank you, dog. Really appreciate you, man. Real talk.
No Cap-tivity.
Shout out to everybody that's rolling on in. So listen, let's get this show started, y'all.
This one here for the thug.
We finna talk about your boy, Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors, right? But before we talk about Jonathan Majors, I got a video to show y'all. Or you know what? I'll wait to show y'all that. I got a surprise video to show y'all, because Jonathan Majors is not going to be the only thing we talk about this evening. We're going to talk about Jonathan Majors right now. And I'm going to pull up this video and we're going to dissect this video. instead of putting it on this this chat, I think I'll bring up the widescreen. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Let me see. Let me see. Right here is the video. Just surfaced a couple of hours ago. I seen in the chat that Prime say he's seen it already and it's a trip. And yes, it is. Now, this is something you guys probably wasn't even expecting, right? Let's go back. Remember, I showed y'all this lady right here. Grace Jabbari has been crying victim that her then boyfriend, Jonathan Majors, was physically abusive towards her. And if you look at her, doesn't she look like an innocent white woman? Shout out to the Passport Bros.
No Cap-tivity.
It's time to take off, ain't it? Y'all know it take me a little minute to go a little crazy. But look at her. Don't she look like an old innocent white woman? Shout out to the white woman. Y'all know this ain't no racist show. I like to have fun and I like to talk like this. But we talk a lot about divesting and we talk, we say this and that. But I got some questions to ask y'all. Is it really about divestment? Is it really about leaving the black woman? Is it just about the black woman being the problem? Because we've been seeing over and over in the news and in the tabloids that the other women going crazy too.
It's win for the thug.
They going crazy too now. Yo. Y'all check this out. I'm gonna downsize myself so y'all can get a full scope of what's going on. Right here is Jonathan Majors' vehicle. I think that's the SUV that Jonathan Majors was in with his then girlfriend, Grace Jabbari, the white woman. I want y'all to pay attention closely to how this video plays out and why, and I'm going to explain to you guys why there is a lot to talk about. Now, this video ain't number about probably a minute and a half long, but I'm going to explain to y'all why this video reveals so much. Y'all check this out. So this is one angle of Jonathan Majors, and I think they're about to show another angle. Jonathan Majors is struggling with his girlfriend at the time, Grace Jabbari, he was trying to put her in the car. Right? And then right there you see him trying to get away. He snatches away. But here's a closer look. He's trying to put her in the car, in the truck. Obviously they're going through a little feud. Now let me stop this. How this woman said this incident kicked off is she was saying that Jonathan Majors was physically abusive towards her. She was saying that she wasn't doing nothing wrong and he just started hitting me. Well, right here it seems like he's struggling, just trying to, separate himself from her and get her in the truck so they can leave. Obviously he's a celebrity and he doesn't want to bring attention to their little feud that they got going on, right? But if you look closer, it doesn't look like he's doing any punching. It just looks like he's trying to, get her in the car and she's fighting back. She's coming towards him and he's trying to get her off of him and put her in the car. There you go. Now they're out of the truck. And here's a closer look at the curb where he actually starts running away from Grace Jabbari. Ain't this crazy? Look at this.
It's win for the thug.
This dude running for his damn life. Look at him running, and she running after him. Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all see this lady chasing Jonathan Majors? Does this woman look like a woman that's scared? That's what I want to know. Does this woman look like a woman that's scared? She's running after Jonathan Majors. Look at this. Jonathan Majors got a little stride too. But she's stopping traffic. Look at her. She stopped she's running after this man like Jason. No pun intended. I'm just saying. Look at her. She's not giving up. This woman is relentless. Jonathan Majors is still running and turning blocks. At this point, he done ran damn near 2 or 3 blocks. She done got tired. Now she walking. Now I want y'all to check this out. This is very pivotal. Now, she's encountered a couple of other people of the Caucasian persuasion. And now it looks like she's pleading her case. Looks like she's building a case right here. Now, all of this is alleged. I don't know exactly what she's doing. But it looks like she's telling them about, the incident that she just experienced with Jonathan Majors. Y'all, let me tell y'all something.
No Cap-tivity.
Just in case y'all didn't notice, that was not a black woman. Could we stop spreading this narrative that only that black women are crazy, only black women are crazy? I'm gonna tell y'all something. Women in the Western Hemisphere have a problem. Now, there are some women that's doing a great job at keeping their culture. Like, I would pretty much say, I don't really see Asian women in public acting crazy. I very seldom, I don't really see it. They done started twerking, we know that, but I don't really see them acting their ass in public, right? I don't really see East Indian women, especially the ones with the veil on. I don't really see them acting their ass in public. They done started twerking too, but I'm gonna tell y'all this right here. Once the twerking comes, the crazy gonna come after that. That's just how it go. Listen, don't ask me how I know, okay? I'm just breaking it down for y'all. Once your woman start twerking, the crazy gonna come after that. Once she look at Instagram models and start looking at herself in the mirror and start twerking, shortly after that comes the crazy. Now, I tried to warn y'all, but you don't got to listen to your boy Freezy.
No Cap-tivity.
Now, Jonathan Majors has been going to court. And he's been showing up with his new boo, Meagan Good. Right? Jonathan Majors has been showing up with his new boo, Meagan Good. And Meagan Good has been sticking by his side the whole way through. And I'm going to tell you something. I think Meagan Good seen the future. I think he told his story to Meagan Good several times. And he begged her to get her to believe him. I think that Meagan Good has not experienced any type of physical abuse from Jonathan Majors at all. Right? Yes, Jonathan Majors is a little weird and he is a little crazy. Right? Especially in the movies and stuff. But at the same time, Jonathan Majors, I do not feel as though Jonathan Majors was physically abusive to this woman. I want to get that out right now. I don't think he was purposely physically abusive to this woman. That's just my synopsis of Jonathan Majors' relationship with Grace Jabbari. Now, to be fair, Grace Jabbari, right, did reveal like a scratch on the top of her ear with the police department. This is documented. She did reveal a scratch on her ear. Now let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all where the scratch come from. There's a nice article by New York, the New York Post. Shout out to the New York Post. The New York Post always does a good job. I like the New York Post. They're very reliable. The New York Post is. And right here it says video shows Jonathan Majors being chased by Grace Jabbari after alleged violent encounter. So let's read a little bit from the New York Post. It says new video released Wednesday from Jonathan Majors Manhattan domestic assault trial shows the Marvel actor's then girlfriend chasing him down several city streets after what prosecutors say was a violent March encounter inside the back seat of a car service. So that was not his car, that was a car service. Thank you, New York Post. The surveillance footage played for jurors in Manhattan criminal court shows Majors, 34 years old, lifting up his ex, Grace Jabbari, 30 years old, shoving her several times back inside a black Cadillac Escalade after it pulled over in Chinatown. Jabbari, no wonder he was trying to get her in the damn truck. We don't want these damn Asian people watching us act the fool. And that lady had to be high, running that long. That lady was high as hell. She probably snorted a couple lines. Let's keep reading. Jabbari eventually follows Majors out of the SUV and to the corner of Central and Canal Streets, where he extends his arms to push her away from him before sprinting off. Jabbari, a British dancer. So Jabbari, she's a British dancer. I thought she was an actress too. Well, I think she's an actress too. Jabbari, a British dancer and movement coach who met Majors on the set of Marvel's Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, has testified that the actor delivered a hard blow across her head, opening up a gash on her ear, and also grabbed her finger and twisted her arm during the altercation. Majors has pleaded not guilty to misdemeanor assault and harassment charges with his lawyers, arguing that Jabbari was the aggressor. So he's saying that the white woman was the aggressor. That's what he's saying. The encounter erupted after Jabbari discovered evidence that Majors had been cheating on her. A flirty text on his cell phone from a woman named Cleopatra. She told jurors, we all know how it went. We all know that's how it always go. And I believe that part because he's a superstar. He's making his way to be an iconic actor. Of course he got more hoes. Oh.
No Cap-tivity.
What did she think? She was gonna be the only one? Why do women think that? You're dating a celebrity. A man who had just appeared in Creed 3. Why would you think that this man is going to be only faithful to you? Huh? Grace Jabbari? He wanted to, this man was talking to his side chick, Miss Cleo. That's right, Jermaine. He was talking to Miss Cleo and she got mad. Let's keep going. And here's a picture right here, y'all. Here's a picture right here where Jonathan Majors led authorities into his house where this lady was laying on the floor in their walk-in closet. She was just laying there. Now, I'm not trying to get y'all to think that this lady crazy, but who just be laying on the floor when they know the damn police in the house? And you just stay laying there on the damn floor. Who does that? Crazy people?
No Cap-tivity.
It say police body cam footage shows Majors as he leads officers to Grace Jabbari laying on the floor of a walk-in closet at his home. Laying on the damn floor. Here's some more footage. Here's some more footage of Grace Jabbari. She looks like she's struggling right there. She looks very uncomfortable, and she looks like she I don't know. Like she's disoriented, she's confused. She looks like she's struggling with something. I don't know what she's struggling with. I don't know if it's mental challenges. I don't know if it's psychological issues. Maybe she's high too. Maybe she just got through snorting some powder. I don't know. But she doesn't look well right there. She look a little crazy and a little deranged. Like she need help. Right? That lady need help. Somebody get this lady some help. Body cam footage from Jonathan Majors' trial. This is explaining this. So they showed all of this at their trial, right? And this caption is describing what's being seen right here while this lady is on the damn floor, still on the floor. Obviously, the cops is having difficulty getting her off the damn floor. Right? Body cam footage from Jonathan Majors' trial shows police interviewing his accuser, Grace Jabbari, inside the actor's Chelsea apartment. No, that was inside the damn walk-in closet. They just call it what it is. And here goes Jonathan Majors being a diplomat. We already know this man, like, you know, we know he's a great actor, you know, and I'm not saying he's acting right now, but he's explaining to the police, listen, that bit crazy. Don't it look like he's saying that right now? Listen, officer, this bitch crazy.
This one here for the thug.
That's what he's saying. It said Major speak to police as EMT workers tend to Jabbari. Y'all, that's not it. So here's the little cut on the ear. Here's the cut on the ear. Now, she's saying that Jabbari physically abused her. She's saying Jabbari physically abused her, and she's showing some slight bruises on her neck. If you ask me, that looks like it was a struggle. Those marks look like it was a struggle. Because if he was actually punching her and abusing her, those would not be the only marks that she has on her body. If he was actually abusing her, physically abusing her, he would have punched her in the face. She would have had more marks on her damn on her face and everything, right? But I want y'all to pay attention. Look at her finger. I want y'all to pay attention to this. Look at her finger. Let me see if I can zoom in right here. Let me see if I can zoom in. Do y'all see her finger? Now, she's saying, okay, the reports are saying that, okay, her finger was bruised, but they're saying that her finger, but the doctor's reports are saying that her finger was fractured. The doctor's this is according to reports. The doctor's reports are saying that her finger was fractured at the time. Look at her finger. Do y'all think this man purposely grabbed her damn finger? And purposely, that one finger, listen, do y'all think that Jonathan Majors is so good where he was able to grab that middle finger, twist it, and bruise it specifically? Or do y'all think that this lady was punching this man and she bruised one of her damn fingers? It looks like she was grabbing at him. To me, and this is allegedly, this is just my opinion, this is not facts. It looks like she was grabbing him. Looks like she was chasing him, just like we seen in the video footage. That lady crazy. Crazy people grab you. That's just facts. I'm not making this up. Crazy people grab you and they don't want to let go. The dancer said she tried to follow Majors out of the SUV after it pulled over, demanding answers. But instead, the actor tried to push her back into the car and then ran away from her. She testified, and that's true, because that's exactly what we seen in that video footage. Goes on to read, other trial evidence released Wednesday shows a gash behind Jabbari's right ear that she says she suffered from Major's alleged assault, as well as photos of bruising and swelling on her fractured right middle finger taken the morning after the incident. Fractured, I told y'all. And here is his new boo, standing by his side. Meagan Good.
No Cap-tivity.
Meagan Good, what Meagan, I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what Meagan Good is doing. Just in case y'all don't know. Meagan Good is taking a gamble. Meagan Good, her acting career has not been going very well, to say the least. Lately, she's not really made a lot of noise. What Meagan Good is doing is she's taking a gamble by attaching herself to a A-list actor, hoping that he makes it out of this alive, hoping that he does not get convicted. And she took a chance at believing him when he told her and tried to explain to her and describe to her what really happened on numerous times. She chose to believe her man, and she's taking a gamble. And if this works out, which it looks like it's going to work out in Jonathan Majors' favor, if this works out, being that she's attaching herself to an A-list actor, she's going to win too. Soon as he win this case, guess what? Meagan Good is gonna win too. And that's a fact. Y'all better listen to Freezy, man. Context clues, right?
No Cap-tivity.
So y'all listen. Let me finish reading this. The court also released a full recording of Majors lecturing Jabbari in December 2022 that she needed to act more like the wives of other notable men like Michelle Obama and Coretta Scott King. Didn't we just talk about Coretta Scott King and Michelle Obama a couple of weeks ago? After he claimed that she had returned drunk to their London home. So obviously, okay, she was drunk. Obviously, you know, she indulges. She indulges, right? Coretta Scott King. Okay, well, this is explaining exactly what was said on the, here's some more footage. Here's all the video, here's all the still shots. Right? This is how their night started out. I'm about to play y'all that video footage because that's key. I'm about to play y'all the video footage because that's key. And I need y'all to pay attention to the video footage because to me, the video footage is far more important than the, no, not the video footage. I'm going to play y'all the audio, not the video. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to play y'all the audio recording shortly because to me, the audio recording is far more important than the video footage. But here's some more still shots of how their night progressed. This is when they first was going out on their little date or whatever, right? This is the beginning. This is when he was trying to put her in the back of the SUV, when they started having issues, when she found out he was talking to Miss Cleopatra. This is him running away. He did the 52 fake. He shot through the gap. The quarterback called the play. And he shot through the gap and followed his block, right? He got away from her. Right here is he got a right here he's in open field headed to the end zone, but Grace Jabbari is she is close. She's gaining ground. Right? Right? She looks like she's a talented DB. But unfortunately, Jonathan Majors has he's got good enough lead on her where he's about to score a touchdown. But I don't know. Grace Jabbari is relentless. I don't know. It's kind of impressive. Right here, she's trying to get an angle on him. Right? Jonathan Majors is making a run for it, and the crowd is roaring. But she's not letting up. She's not a quitter. Okay? But I'm going to show y'all this video footage. Not video footage. I keep saying video footage. I'm going to show y'all this audio footage. Let me pull up the audio footage. Okay, here we go. I want y'all to pay attention to this audio footage, because it's very significant. It's very significant about Jonathan Majors. Let me see. Before we do that though, I want to thank Next Level.
Check the cash out, bitch.
Thank you, Next Level. I really appreciate you, bro. Next Level just sent $5 cash out. Thank you. Thank you, Next Level. He said keep pushing. I need to hear that, Next Level. Thank you, bro.
No Cap-tivity.
I really appreciate that. I love when my brothers got my back, man. That's a fact. Appreciate that, Next Level. I'm about to play this audio footage, and I need y'all to pay close attention. This 9 times out of 10, this is gonna be y'all first time hearing this audio footage. And here we go. Let me cut off this music. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you really know, baby? Do you really?
Yes.
Then how dare you come home drunk and disturb the peace of our house when we have a plan? I would like to get to the point where your friends know what job I'm on and go, I think Grace is gonna be out of commission. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I won't.
No, do you understand that? Because that team, that unit, right? Grace has to be in a certain mindset to support Coretta Scott King. You know who that is? That's Martin Luther King's wife. Michelle Obama, Barack Obama's wife.
I know, I'm not, I shouldn't have gone out. I'm
No,
sorry.
let me just lay it out for you, right? If I'm just gonna say this, my temper, my shit, my trauma, blah, all that said, right? And I'm gonna say it, I'm a great man. A great man. I am doing great things, not just for me, but for my culture and for the world. That is actually the position I'm in. That's real. I'm not being a dick about it. I didn't ask for it. I've worked, and that's the situation. The woman that supports me, that I support, that needs to be a great woman and make sacrifices the way that man is making for her and for them ultimately. Last night, 2 nights ago, you did not do that. You did not do that.
I'm sorry.
Which took away from the plan. And the plan is everything. If it was just you in the house drunk, maybe I could have swallowed it.
Did you guys get a good ear to what was happening? To what he was saying? Did you guys listen? Were you guys able to listen pretty well? Because I'm going to play it again, but I just want to know if you guys actually heard the gist of what was going on. She went out. She came back drunk. He sounded disappointed, and he was trying to express to her the importance of how well she should represent him. And she was trying to get him to, he was trying to get her to understand the importance of his image. Let me play it again. Now, there's one particular part in this audio where he talked about his temper. I don't know if y'all heard it, but there's one particular part where he talked about his temper. I think he admitted he had a temper, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I misheard, but I'm going to play it again.
Yeah.
Do you really though, baby? Do you really?
Yes.
Then how dare you come home drunk and disturb the peace of our house when we have a plan?
He said, do you really understand? Well, how dare you come and disturb the peace of our house when we have a plan? Now, that's not a bad thing because most stand-up dudes, most real men have a plan that they want their significant others to follow, to be on board with. Right? More specifically, their wives. But in this case, of course, this lady was not his wife. But it's not unheard of for a man to want his woman to be a part of his plan. Yes, Jermaine, our house, they was that deep. Yes. I'm telling y'all right now, listen, I'm not the type of dude that's just going to take up for men just because. I'm not the type of dude that's just going to take up for men just because he a man. If a dude is saying some crazy ass shit, if a dude is acting crazy and doing some crazy ass shit and going along with some crazy ass shit, I'm going to say it. Listen up.
I would like to get to the point where your friends know what job I'm on and go, I think Grace is going to be out of commission. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I won't.
No, do you understand that? Because that team, that unit, right? Grace has to be in a certain mindset to support Coretta Scott King. You know who that is? That's Martin Luther King's wife. Michelle Obama, Barack Obama's wife.
Why do y'all do this all the time? Why do y'all always be trying to turn hoes into housewives? Why do y'all always be trying to preach to these women who really don't give a damn about what you're saying? All they want to do is get high, show up at the fashion shows, be seen at the club together. They want to go shopping. And they want to live the life. They don't give a. You think that lady you think this lady. Hold on. Y'all think this lady actually give a damn about Coretta Scott King? That's why I know Jonathan Majors is crazy as he L.
I know, I'm not. I shouldn't have gone out. I'm
No,
sorry.
let me just lay it out for you, right? If I'm just gonna say this. My temper, my shit, my trauma, blah, all that said.
Right there. Did I mishear him? Did he say my temper? Did I mishear Jonathan Majors?
Right? If I'm just gonna say this. My temper, my shit.
Did he say my temper? Let me know in the chat. No Cap Crew, did he say my temper? Did he admit he had a temper? Cause if he did, of course they're gonna use that against him in court. Exactly, 907. she getting drunk at a bar and preaching to her about being like Michelle Obama to a white woman. Make it make sense. Come on, man.
No captivity.
Okay, he did. Thank you, 907. Thank you, Rider Prophet. Thank you, Emperor. Thank you, my brothers and sisters. Next level said no. He said, "What's up, Emperor?"
No captivity.
He might have did say, "What's up, Emperor?" Let me say, I'm just playing Emperor. Listen.
Right? If I'm just gonna say this. My temper, my shit.
Yep,
my
he said it.
blah, 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 all that said.
He said my blah blah blah. My temper. He said my temper, my shit, my blah blah blah.
If I'm just gonna say this. My temper, my shit, my travel, blah, all that said, right? And I'm not saying I'm a great man. A great man. I am doing great things, not just for me, but for my culture and for the world. That is actually the position I'm in. That's real. I'm not being a dick about it.
He said he's doing a great thing for his culture and for the world. He's doing a great thing for his culture and for the world. It always be them. I'm gonna tell you. You know who the most pro-black men I done met before? You know who the most pro-black men? The ones with white women.
No captivity.
The most pro-black men are the ones with white women. That's a fact.
I didn't ask for it. I've worked, and that's the situation. The woman that supports me, that I support, that needs to be a great woman and make sacrifices the way that man is making for her and for them ultimately. Last night, 2 nights ago, you did not do that.
I'm trying to understand where he's coming from. He does have a point, right? What Jonathan Majors is telling this struggling actress, who he met on the set of the Ant, Quantumania, I forgot the other one, but she was a dance coordinator. She's a struggling actress. He's telling her, listen, won't nobody know you. See, he's talking. He's trying to give a damn award-winning speech to her when all he had to do was tell her, bitch, don't nobody know who you is.
No captivity.
You with me and you fucking my shit up. Sometimes you just got to tell it. Like, see, he's trying to give this award-winning dramatic speech. Don't nobody know who you is, and you around here getting drunk and shit. Make him a name look bad. Ho?
You did not, and make sacrifices the way that man is making for her and for them ultimately. Last night, 2 nights ago, you did not do that. You did not do that.
I'm sorry.
Which took away from the plan. And the plan is everything. If it was just you in the house drunk, maybe I could have swallowed it. Or I would have felt bold enough like, oh, hey, let's just go to bed. Which I said, I'm just going to go to bed. I'm not hungry, blah, 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 blah. Because Grace isn't here. Why? She was drunk. Why else? She was clogged by whatever was going on. You know what I mean?
So he's going on and on and on and on about her being drunk. Why y'all do this to y'allself? Why do men do these things to themselves? Y'all always complain about how women aren't any good anymore and all that kind of stuff. Y'all always complain that women don't listen to you, they're not submissive. But you gonna waste your time talking to this woman while she got Hennessy on her damn bro.
This one here for the thug.
it would have been nothing for you to just chop your damn throat and X her out of your life. But for some men, that's very hard. You'd rather give this lifelong soliloquy on why she need to act better and I'm doing this for my culture and I'm a great man. You just don't appreciate me. Why y'all do that to yourself? A lot of men, I'm gonna tell you the mistake that a lot of men make. A lot of men think they can preach and talk a woman into submission. A lot of hold on, let me repeat that. Let me repeat that because I'm going somewhere with this. A lot of men think they can talk and preach a woman into submission. And you just can't.
No captivity.
You can't. Raise your hand. Raise your hand if anybody has dated anyone that had kids already. Just raise your hand. Or put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you dated somebody that had kids already. Seriously start dating these people. I'm just waiting on one person because I know this one person is going to understand exactly what Freezy is about to say.
This one here for the thug.
If you've dated someone that has kids already, if those kids, let's say you get married to that person, right? If those kids are of a certain age, this goes for the men and the women in the chat. I'm not just speaking to the men, I'm speaking to the women too. If you attach yourself to somebody that has a child, and by the time when you first meet these people, when you first come into these people's life, or when these people first enter into your life, if the child is of a certain age, if the child is like 16 years old, 15 years old, and you're essentially coming in as a step parent, there's nothing you can do. Whatever was supposed to happen for that child, whatever type of raising was supposed to happen with that child, is over with. You done came in these people's life, and this child is like 14, 15, 16, 17 years old, and you think that you can talk and preach this child into submission, and it ain't gonna work. The child is set in their ways. Whatever was supposed to been injected in this child's life, it was supposed to happen a long time ago. And where you guys make this fatal mistake, you think you can actually get in a relationship with somebody, a grown person at that, and talk and preach these people into submission.
No captivity.
And you can't. You know what I tell people who get into relationships with people that already got kids, and these kids bad as hell, and they already of age? You know what I tell people to do? Run!
I'm at the go.
Get the hell up out of there! Don't stay another day! But you think you got the magic words, don't you? You think everybody else don't know what to say, but you got the magic words that's gonna change this child's life. Y'all watch too many movies. You watch too many after school specials when you was younger. And y'all and when you got older, you watch too many romantic movies. Rom-coms. You read too many romantic novels and thinking that shit is real life. You ain't gonna change them damn kids. Them kids is laughing at you and talk about you behind your back when you ain't around. The only time them kids is happy, and it's just like a regular relationship. Guess when the only time them people happy? Put it in the chat. Let me see if y'all follow me. Put it in the chat. When is the only time them grown ass stepkids is happy? Put it in the chat. When the only time you can actually make them happy? It's the same thing applies to your significant other that you just meeting at the damn club or some shit, or at the grocery store. It's the same shit. You can apply it the same way. When you purchase them something, thank you, Jermaine.
No Cap-tivity.
When you buying them something, when they getting something from you, that's when they go to smiling and be like, oh, thank you. They don't even say stepdaddy no more. They say, thank you, daddy. Yeah. Thank you, mama. Mama, thank you. You the best mama in the world. That's when it's all good. That's when it's all good. And I'm going to tell you something. That's the same way that shit work when you're grown. I'm telling you.
It's here for the thug.
It's the same shit. I keep trying to tell y'all, but y'all don't want to listen to Freezy. Y'all think y'all can talk and preach y'all way into submission. Y'all think y'all can talk a child into submission. Y'all think y'all can talk a grown-ass woman into submission. You think you can talk a grown-ass man into submission, and you can't. The only person that can actually implement change in their lives is the person themselves. They're going to have to come to a realization. Man, you know what? My no good ass daddy left me. My no good ass daddy ain't in my life. He ain't shit. And this man actually trying his best, you know what I'm saying, to support this family. Man, let me get my damn act right. I ain't lying.
That's all you do. You rap.
I'm not lying. Listen. You only got one life to live. And the longer you waste time, the less time you're going to have in this life. The first person you have to talk into submission is yourself. The first person you have to talk some sense into is yourself. Because I'm telling you right now, if you're doing what Jonathan Majors was doing on this audio, right?
Fine, I can take that. Do you really go, baby? Do you really?
Yes.
Then how dare you come home drunk and disturb the peace of our house when we have a plan? I would like to get to the point where your friends know what job I'm on and go, I think Grace is gonna be out of commission. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I won't.
No. Do you understand that? Because that team, that unit, right? Grace has to be in a certain mindset to support Coretta Scott King. You know who that is? That's Martin Luther King's wife. Michelle Obama, Barack Obama's wife.
See, this when that shit get bad. This is when you lose all sense of reality. This man was preaching to this woman about Coretta Scott King. Can somebody hold on, wait. Let me get his dumb ass off the damn screen. Look. Look at this lady face. Can somebody tell me if you look in this lady face, can you honestly say you can see, if you can tell, or you really think that this lady actually give a damn about Coretta Scott King? I'm saying, anybody looking at this Grace Jabbari's face, do you really see that this lady actually gives a damn about Michelle Obama or more importantly, Coretta Scott King? I'm saying, that's what y'all see? Or do you see she care more about that good Peruvian powder from Colombia? Which one do you see? Which one do y'all think she care more about? Coretta Scott King or that good Peruvian powder from Colombia? When you look in this lady's face, do she care more about Coretta Scott King or some goddamn hydro weed she can get from one of the thugs in the local neighborhoods?
This one here for the thug.
Exactly, Emperor, that uncut. Y'all think this man preaching to this woman about Coretta Scott King? How dumb? I told y'all, just because these people be famous, just because these people have amassed, a certain amount of wealth, I tell y'all this all the time, but nobody want to listen to Freezer for some reason, right? Just because these people don't amass a certain amount of wealth, and and they act out precedented performances in these movies and stuff, that they're highly intelligent. Just because somebody can, has skills in a certain line of work, that just transcends to, they're intelligent. No, they ain't. Cause if this man don't know, like I know, that she don't give a damn about no Coretta Scott King, I ain't even gonna say it, because see, y'all gonna think Freezy wrong. No man deserves to be brought through the ringer. No man deserves to be brought through the ringer, right? Unjustly. I do feel like he's in court for what she's accusing him of. I want to stipulate that. I do think that Jonathan Majors is in court for what she's accusing him of. As we seen, it was debunked in the video footage. I do think what he's in court, what he's been accused of, is fraudulent. It's false. I do believe that. I want to make sure everybody understand that. I don't believe that Jonathan Majors was just whooping this woman ass. No, I don't believe that.
No captivity.
But sometimes we bring that bullshit on ourselves. We're grown. We're not kids. This man thinks he can act his way through any damn thing. He thinks he can give an award-winning performance and make every goddamn thing right. And you ninjas are gonna realize this is real life you playing with. This real life you playing with. Nine millions of dollars and your whole acting career that you worked so hard for is in jeopardy. The moral to this story and the most important takeaway is when you see signs of toxic behavior, especially if it's repetitive. I'm talking about more than 3 times, 3 or 4. You know, when you see signs of toxic behavior, separate yourself. That's not to say you can't be friends with these people. That's not to say that. But if you actually is sincere about improving your life and putting your life on a better path, even the Bible says that. The Bible says you have to separate yourself. You got to, because if you don't, guess what? You're going to find yourself in a deep, dark hole that's going to be hard to get yourself out of. And that's a fact. Now, shout out to Meagan Good. Shout out to Meagan Good, because Meagan Good taking a gamble. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. That's a whole nother story. Meagan Good is taking a gamble. Now, let's talk about Meagan Good. We're going to give Meagan Good a little excerpt, right? Let's talk about Meagan Good. We know Meagan Good's career is not popping like that. We know that, right? I feel as though Meagan Good is taking a gamble with Jonathan Majors, because we all know if Jonathan Majors gets found guilty, if he gets found guilty by any chance or any stretch of the imagination, it's going to have a big reflection on Meagan Good attaching herself to Jonathan Majors. This is a fact. We know how Hollywood go. We know how the entertainment business goes, right? It's just like Bud Light, right? When Bud Light actually attached themselves to the alphabet community, it had a profound effect on the decline of their sales. And they ain't bounced back yet. If you like Bud Light and you go to the grocery store, you might get it on discount. I'm just saying.
No Cap-tivity.
I'm just saying, if Jonathan Majors get found guilty, you might get Meagan Good on discount. I'm just
No Cap-tivity.
Yeah, I'm joking, but I'm serious. Listen. Meagan Good is taking a big gamble. But I'm telling you right now, it's a smart gamble. I'm going to tell you why. It's a smart gamble because Meagan Good is I want to say, is Meagan Good from Los Angeles? Is Meagan Good from the streets of Los Angeles? Let me make sure. Let me see where Meagan Good from. Where is Meagan Good from? Where was Meagan Good born? Okay, she was born in Panorama City neighborhood of Los Angeles. Good's manager, her mother worked as Good's manager into her teens. Her father worked as an LAPD police officer. So Meagan Good came from humble beginnings. Meagan Good didn't have no lot of money. Meagan Good is a black woman, and Meagan Good she know what's going on. She knows she taking a gamble. Y'all, hold on. Let me bring up Meagan Good picture. Let me bring up Meagan Good picture. Because I know y'all think I just be talking. I know y'all do. I know y'all think I just be talking. Let me show y'all Meagan Good. Meagan Good, let me put this boy back up here. Meagan Good, right? I feel as though Jonathan Majors is making another big mistake by attaching himself to Meagan Good. Now we know he needs some in-house PUSS while he going through this trial cause it's stressful. Right? He's attaching himself to Meagan Good, right? But at the same time, we just covered Meagan Good. Meagan Good left her man, Devin Franklin, when this man wanted children. He wanted children and she said, I don't want no damn kids. Meagan Good is in her 40s. Meagan Good is playing the game. And when it all falls down, could y'all come back over here to No Cap-tivity with Freezy and say Freezy told her?
No Cap-tivity.
She's taking a gamble. She's waiting on this man to win trial. She's waiting on him to get back in the limelight. And possibly she can actually win some roles because of her relationship with Jonathan Majors. And guess what? If it works out like that, it's gonna work out exactly like that. Yeah. But the point I'm trying to make is that Jonathan Majors is a repeat offender when it comes to doing dumb shit. And it's a lot of guys out here like that. I'm gonna tell you, it ain't a lot of guys like Freezy. I'm telling y'all right now. I done been a lot of places, seen a lot of people. It's not a lot of guys with common sense, with the type of sense that I got. And you would think that these concepts that I be explaining is simple. You would think that it's simple, but it's not. A lot of these guys let emotions and feelings get in the way, and they don't, we always say guys are more practical, but they're not. The modern day guy is not practical at all. The modern day guy thinks just like these females. We used to be practical. Your daddy used to be practical. Your granddaddy used to be practical. You ain't, I'm not, my no cap crew, the guys in my no cap crew practical, but these guys, and listen, trust me, you're over here because you're practical, because you relate to Freezy. But most of these guys in the outside world, in the Western Hemisphere, they're not practical. Most of these the young guys, not the older guys, but these younger guys, especially in their 20s, most of these guys ain't practical. Most of these guys operate off feelings and emotions, and they like to say speeches about Coretta Scott King to their white damn girlfriend.
No Cap-tivity.
Like she care. I got a video I'm gonna show y'all, right? We remember how powerful Oprah Winfrey used to be when we was coming up, right? Oprah Winfrey was a staple in the talk show industry for a long time. Oprah Winfrey built herself up to a powerful empire. Oprah Winfrey ruled households across America. She ruled over men's wives all across America for tens of years. Well, guess what? Oprah Winfrey just went on record on national TV and passed the torch to somebody, another woman, another black woman. And a lot of people looked at this footage like it was just, some regular footage, like Oprah, she was just being friendly. It was, giving a friendly gesture and saying, hey, you know what, such and such, I'm passing the torch to you. You got it now. And I'm not going to disclose who I'm talking about just yet, because I'm about to play the footage. I got a video I'm about to play. AR Smitty say, can't lie, I had to learn the hard way. Smitty, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. That's some real ninja shit.
No Cap-tivity.
See how Smitty kept it real? That's when you know you've arrived. That's when you know you've arrived. Smitty ain't gonna let that shit happen to him no more. Yep, Jermaine and I already figured it out. Let me play this footage. Now, this footage I'm about to play, most people probably looked at this video and didn't understand how deep this video really is that I'm about to play. The only thing most people are going to see is just a talk show. All they're going to see is two celebrities on a talk show and a sweet moment just happened. That's all you're going to see. But I'm going to break this down for y'all. And I'm going to let y'all know, I'm about to explain to y'all and prove to y'all all of this stuff was by design the whole time. All of this stuff was by design the whole damn time. Let me see if it'll play appropriately on this screen. Let me see.
Oprah, what does having this legacy mean to you?
Oh, Sherry, that's such a beautiful question. The word legacy, I just want to leave you all with this, is that when I came back from opening my school in South Africa, and I said to Maya, I said, the school's going to be my greatest legacy. Those girls are everything. And she said, you have no idea.
Now, Oprah talked about her school, and we know that school that Oprah developed is corrupt. We know it's a ST hub, a sex T hub. I don't want to say the whole word, but we know that school was used as a ST hub. If you don't know that by now, I don't know what to tell you. There's a lot of demonic messages in this video. Y'all pay attention.
You have no idea what your legacy is going to be. Because she said your legacy is never one thing, it's every life you touch. And I passed that on to you because what Maya said to me that day in her kitchen, she said, it's every audience member who ever came, from wherever they came from.
Yes.
And they sat in that audience and they had an experience. And they went home and they decided, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna get a better job. I'm gonna leave my raggedy husband. I'm gonna do whatever I need to do.
Yes.
It's every life you touch, so it's not one thing. So for me to be able to see you, to sit in the seat of your life on your own show with your name on it, it is the passing on.
Thank you so much.
It is the passing on.
So you officially passing the baton
I'm
on to-
passing the baton.
I want y'all to pay attention closely to what happened just then. Oprah said she's officially passing the baton to Sherri Shepherd. If y'all don't think that Sherri Shepherd and Oprah talked about this before they even went on stage and this was planned, if y'all don't think that there were people in the higher ups, executive producers, people who control these shows, small head people that's got big money behind these platforms. What Oprah Winfrey just did was just retire her horns, her devil horns, and gave them to Sherri Shepherd. That's what just happened.
No Cap-tivity.
Sherri Shepherd is now commanded to spew that same feminist bullshit that Oprah has been spewing for tens of years. Watch and pay attention to Sherri Shepherd's content from now on. Sherri Shepherd is a single woman. She's been divorced twice. Oprah Winfrey has caused a record number of divorces, especially in black households. Oprah Winfrey has been a soft feminist for quite some time now. Did y'all catch what Oprah Winfrey said in the... It was somewhere in the video. Maybe it didn't play yet.
Oprah, what does having this legacy mean to you?
Oh, Sherri, that's such a beautiful question. The word legacy, I just want to leave you all with this, is that when I came back from opening my school in South Africa, and I said to Maya, I said, the school's going to be my greatest legacy. Those girls are everything. And she said, you have no idea. You have no idea what your legacy is going to be. Because she said, your legacy is never one thing. It's every life you touch. And I passed that on to you because what Maya said to me that day in her kitchen, she said, it's every audience member who ever came, from wherever they came from.
Yes.
And they sat in that audience and they had an experience. And they went home and they decided, I'm going to do better. I'm going to get a better job. I'm going to leave my raggedy husband. I'm going to do whatever I need to do.
Right there. Did y'all catch it? Did y'all catch what she just said? Did she say, did she speak on the men's behalf right then? Did she say, I'm gonna leave my raggedy wife? Did she say that? Did anybody hear Oprah say that? Did anybody hear Oprah say, I'm gonna leave my raggedy wife? Was she speaking for the men? Oprah never spoke for the men. And this is facts.
No captivity.
She ain't never spoke for the men. Listen closely again.
Audience, and they had an experience, and they went home and they decided, I'm gonna do better. That on to you because what Maya said to me that day in her kitchen, she said, it's every audience member who ever came.
Every audience member who ever came. So Oprah only had female audience members? We know it predominantly was female, but as a kid growing up, I done seen a lot of men in her audience before. Women have came to her show with their husbands. But watch who she only includes in her diatribe.
From wherever they came from.
Yes.
And they sat in that audience and they had an experience. And they went home and they decided, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna get a better job. I'm gonna leave my raggedy husband.
Y'all thought, see, don't feel bad because, you know, when I was younger and when I was a child, I ain't really pay attention like that either. But as I got older, I realized Oprah is she been a feminist the whole damn time. Oprah's been a feminist the whole time. Why y'all think Stedman ain't never want to marry this crazy hoe? Why y'all think Stedman never wanted to marry Oprah? Let's see why she passed the torch to Sherri Shepherd. Inside Sherri Shepherd's sad love life after 2 nasty divorces, and a love child scandal as she scores her own talk show. Sherry's struggle inside Sherry Shepherd's sad love life after 2 nasty divorces and a love child scandal as she scores her own talk show. Cassandra B said, Emperor, she left him with the baby and pays child support. She may pay alimony too. Y'all think I just be making this shit up, huh?
No Cap-tivity.
Y'all think I just be pulling this out my ass, don't y'all? Pause. Sherry Shepherd recently landed her own talk show, but the road to getting there, especially her romantic relationships, has been long and challenging. That's one of her husbands. Looking like the second one. Sherry, 54 years old, hasn't been linked to anyone as of late. She has been twice married and has 2 children. In 2001, the comedian married Jeff Tarpley. Together, they welcomed a son named Jeffrey Jr. in April 2005. They divorced 4 years later, however. And in 2010, Sherry got engaged to Lamar Sally. The pair tied the knot in August 2011. She and her boo split in May 2014, but welcomed a child via surrogate. In August of that same year, they named the baby Lamar Jr. and got locked in an extensive custody battle after the fact. The first marriage. Sherry was married to Jeff for about a decade. Their divorce got nasty amid a battle over their son. Jeff wanted his son. How many black men do y'all know fight for their kids? Y'all people, they say black men don't fight for their kids. I don't want to say how many black men y'all know fight for their kids. How many times have y'all heard from black women or from publications that black men fight for their kids? Well, right here, the U.S. Sun made a fatal mistake and reported it that Jeff was fighting for his kid. The divorce got nasty amid a battle over their son, according to People magazine. The outlet reported that Sherry's ex accused her of working too much, leading to neglect of Jeffrey Jr. If you working too much and you feel like you not finna sacrifice your career for your kids, why would you fight for custody over your child?
This one here for the thug.
Why would you do that? Does that make sense? You working your ass off. You got a career, but you and your husband already telling you, listen, you're never home. Listen, I'm the one actually showing our surrogate son attention. Why is you even fighting for custody? Because it looked good. It looked good in the public's eye. Her former husband alleged that she leaves primary responsibility for our minor child to unskilled nannies. To unskilled nannies. He added that her grueling work schedule caused her to neglect Jeffrey and deprived him access to basic educational needs. A nurture. Is y'all listening to this bullshit?
I'm at the
Is y'all listening to your boy read this bullshit? ex-husband said she caused their son Jeffrey and deprived him access to basic educational needs. The little nigga couldn't even go. The little nigga was having a hard time even going to public school. Jeff alleged that the boy, who has special needs, well, in this case, he wouldn't go. Well, he would go to a public special needs school. It's the same damn thing. Jeff alleged that the boy who has special needs was not getting the care he required. As such, he was seeking full custody. Let's listen to Oprah one more time, y'all. Let's listen to Oprah one more time, because maybe this time it'll hit different, right?
Because what Maya said to me that day in her kitchen, she said, it's every audience member who ever came, from wherever they came from.
Yes.
And they sat in that audience and they had an experience. And they went home and they decided, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna get a better job. I'm gonna leave my raggedy husband.
What about the raggedy wife? You passing your torch over to a raggedy ex-wife. Oprah Winfrey? This is the bullshit that I hate. See, this is why I don't take sides. I'm fair. Anybody that know Freezer, I'm fair and balanced on both sides. I'm not a woman hater, right? And I'm not a simp that's a man hater. No. I'm just a real ass dude that keep it real on both sides. That's it. This is a real channel. I just keep it real on both sides, right? Let's look at Sherry's response.
I'm gonna do whatever I need to do. It's every life you touch, so it's not one thing. So for me to be able to see you, to sit
her raggedy ass. For me to be able to see Sherry Shepherd raggedy ass, to sit right here
in the seat of your life on your own show with your name on it.
That's all she ever cared about. Damn that challenged boy. This is what it was all about, right? Career woman, PhD. Oprah just passed the torch to Sherry Shepherd. This was planned. This was by design. If y'all think all this shit be happenstance, you're sadly mistaken. Oprah has been a feminist since the 80s. She's been talking about raggedy husbands since all of us could remember. Oprah Winfrey just passed the torch. They probably did some kind of seance before the show even started. They probably sat around a goddamn six-pointed, what is it called? A six-pointed star with some damn candles. They probably drank some blood and all that kind of stuff. Y'all know how it go. That boule stuff.
It is the passing on.
Thank you so much.
It is the passing on.
So you're officially passing the baton
I'm
on to...
passing the baton.
No Cap-tivity.
Can somebody answer this question? If you're in a relationship and you've attached yourself to somebody and you've gotten to know somebody and you're dating them. Let's X out marriage. I'm not even talking about marriage, right? Let's just say you're dating. You've been dating for like 6 months. You know, y'all more than likely gonna have sex and all of that kind of stuff. Can somebody tell me if you know at least one person in a relationship is toxic? What's so hard about you detaching yourself from that person? Let's talk about that. We always talk about, man, you were supposed to leave her. Man, you were supposed to leave him. Why you even stay with them? But let's talk about why it's so hard to leave.
Super chat.
Shout out to A.R. Smitty with the $2 super cap. He said, so she the reason behind fatherless households?
No Cap-tivity.
Shout out to A.R. Smitty. Well, I wouldn't say Oprah is the sole reason, but Oprah contributed a lot to it. Can I tell y'all something? I remember this one time on one of Oprah's shows in particular. Oprah was giving advice. I don't know if y'all remember this show, right? I want to say this was like sometime in 2004, 5, 6. Oprah was giving some advice on her show. And Oprah told all the women on her show and all the women that was watching her show, all the viewers, so you can sleep better, so you can know your husband is treating you right or doing you right, she advised women to tell their husband, let me go through your phone right now. She told all the women to tell their husbands, hey, let me go through your phone right now. And if he feels uncomfortable letting her go through his phone, or if he even says, why you want to go through my phone? He's cheating, something going on, something wrong. She told all the women to do that. Now, why would a woman that's not married, who was getting fucked by a dude that wasn't even her husband, tell actual wives to do some bullshit like that?
No Cap-tivity.
Why would you want to cause friction in your households? On purpose? Let's say if it was, let's just get real. Let's say, because I'm pretty sure millions of women actually did that bullshit that Oprah told them to do. I can guarantee it. Let's say one of those wives' husbands actually did have a side chick. Right? Let's talk about it. Let's say one of the wives' husbands did have a side chick, and he was reluctant to let his wife go through his phone. Oprah, did you know the whole story? Do you know why he actually found solace in a side chick? Do you know if the wife had cheated on him already? Do you know if the wife was calling him bitch ass niggas all around the house? Do you know the whole story, Oprah? No, all Oprah did was tell all of her female viewers and listeners, just tell your husband to let you go through his phone. Just do that. Without any context, without even understanding all sides of the story or nothing. She just told women to do that. I remember that to this day. Raggedy ass husbands. That's what Oprah believed. That's what she believed. She believed all these husbands was raggedy. And if he don't let you go through his phone, he more raggedy. Thank you, Phoenix. Phoenix said Oprah did ask black men dramatic questions when interviewing. I remember Eddie Murphy and Michael Jackson interviews. she definitely had an agenda.
This one here for the thug.
Let me ask my no cap crew what y'all think. Why is it so hard? What's the psychology? What are you losing if you leave your girlfriend? If you say, you know what, you too toxic. Why do people stay? Why do men stay in toxic relationships? Why do women stay? I want both perspectives. It don't matter who called in. Let's talk about it because many of you have experienced this, right? Wouldn't it make more sense for you to just separate yourself and make sure you get your life together? Maybe you're the problem. I would respect it if you left. If you said, you know what, I'm the problem, I'm going to leave. I need to get myself together. That's respectable. Where did I put the oh there? No, that's not it. I don't even see it. Okay, there we go. I was a little behind. Okay, I pinned it to the top. Y'all give me 1 second. 1 second. Okay, I'm back, y'all. Yeah. Let's see if you guys would like to talk about it. Talk about, relationships that you've had in the past, right? Or even if you're in a relationship presently and you know you're in a toxic relationship, why is it so hard to leave? Why is it so hard to conserve your time in your life? There are people that have stayed in relationships, have never gotten married, just like Oprah, wasted all their lives on one person, never got married, and then when they do choose to separate themselves, they're like 54 years old and they've wasted a whole bunch of time. And now it's more difficult than before to actually accomplish being a husband or a wife. Travel One say Oprah has a great legacy, whether she's liked or not. Yeah, she does have a great legacy. When she dies, she's gonna go down as an icon. That's a fact. But our job is to actually see through all the fluff. Right? Not just get captivated by all the cameras, by all the lights, cameras, and the action. Jermaine Cole said, I'm not an anti-Oprah, but I know she got all the money from something other than the show. That's a fact. Phoenix said, well, I adore black men. I got scammed by 2 Nigerian guys last year. 2 Nigerian guys. And y'all think that shit be cliche. I'm not laughing at Phoenix. I'm laughing at, when I have had arguments. I told y'all them African guys be scamming, but y'all listen, that's a whole nother story. I got scammed by 2 Nigerian guys last year. Unbelievable. And I'm Nigerian Egyptian, but U.S. black men are delectable indeed. Why is it so hard to leave? Why do we stay until why is it true that love actually does blind people? Feelings and emotions. Shout out to the World Class. The World Class did an excellent video a few days ago. He uploaded an excellent video. It was about feelings and emotions. If you guys haven't checked it out, go over to the World Class's channel. Go over to the World Class channel and check out his video on feelings and emotions and how evil it is. Matter of fact, let me see. Yeah, it's still up. It's still up. I'm gonna tell y'all the reason why people don't leave. I'm gonna tell y'all the reason why people do not leave, and it's, they actually stay in these relationships. And they actually try to work it out. And they actually try to get the other person to see where they're coming from and try to change these people, like we said earlier, through speech and talking, right? I'm going to tell y'all exactly why. I have the answer. Even if y'all don't call up, I got the answer. I'm going to tell y'all why. The reason why is because you start to look at these people as almost like a deity, right? The Bible says, worship. God told us a long time ago, worship no idols, worship no man but me. That's what God said. But I know y'all don't want to believe it. Y'all don't want to believe that y'all actually will fall into almost like a relationship worship. But a person can be on your mind so much. You can fall in love with somebody so strongly to where when you go to sleep, you're thinking about this person. When you wake up, you're thinking about this person. When you go to work, you're thinking about this person. Now if they're not answering your phone calls, you're wondering something's wrong. Now you're thinking more intensely about this person. When the thought patterns go to get that intense, it's almost like worship. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I know y'all don't think so, right? When I tell y'all this, but that's not righteous. That's wicked. I don't put my wife before God. And I command my wife and instruct my wife not to put me before the Most High either. That's a command in my house. right? Because I'm going to make mistakes. But I know if we attach ourselves to the Most High God, perfection will flow through us because of him. Travel One said, codependency, fear of the unknown, hopelessness are a few reasons. It's a mindset. To stay in unhealthy relationships and or marriages, counseling is needed to break it. That's a great comment, Travel One. Hey, Travel One, listen. Are you sure that wasn't you yesterday in the back chat? You did not hit the link yesterday. Could you confirm that again? I mean, it's not like I didn't believe it yesterday. I just want to see you say it again. That was not you. Because if that was not you, I'm going to take extra precautions going forward, especially if you don't have your camera on, because the person that was saying they were you, they didn't have their camera on. But if it was you, Travel One, let me know if it was you. Level with me, okay? And that's the main thing, 907. It's about the kids. I say it all the time on this platform. We don't, you know, the kids are the ones to suffer. I think they tried to corn bomb me yesterday. But if that was you, Travel One, let me know. Shout out to my dog Hot Sauce in the building.
No Cap-tivity.
Hot Sauce said, got to leave these white chicks alone.
This one here for the thug.
Okay, Travel said it was not her. Be assured. That's crazy. That's crazy. Good thing about this software, y'all. You have either you're gonna show yourself, or you're gonna keep your lights off. There's no avatar replacement. That's why I like this platform. I like this software because it's not like StreamYard. StreamYard, you can have an avatar and you can fool people, and without thinking, the host of the channel will bring you up, and then before you know it, you'll take the avatar off and corn bomb you, right? This software is not like that. It's made to actually cam up. And if you don't cam up, I have a rule of thumb. If you're not gonna cam up on this platform, I just keep you in the back and we'll hear your audio. Why is it so hard for you to leave somebody you've been dating for months or even years? And just to levy back off of what Travel One said, why does it get so serious to where you might have to go to counseling? Did they get that deep into your psyche? Isn't that an indication that you went about it the wrong way from the start? If somebody actually got up and leave and say, "Hey, I can't do this no more," right? Like I have done that. Like you just get a phone, you just make a phone call and say, "Hey man, I can't listen. I can't do this no more. It's over with. Have a nice life." Why would that be considered cold-hearted? You know why I was able to do that? Because I didn't care. I really didn't. I didn't care that much. See, I'm gonna tell y'all something. They used to call me cold-hearted back. I just didn't care. I ain't care. It's good not to care.
No Cap-tivity.
Until you serious about marriage. It's good not to care. Shout out to my brother Baby Leg, aka Hot Sauce, in the building. What's going on, bro?
No Cap-tivity.
I'm doing good, bro. I'm just getting ready to get up, go to work, but I just heard a little bit. I'm coming in late. Apologize about that.
Oh,
but I just
go ahead,
want
bro.
to say that
I forgot to change this damn. Go ahead. I'm sorry, bro.
yeah, just want to say, like, you know, sometimes, man, if it's more good than bad, you want to try to work for it, fight for it, right? Sometimes it's, you know, it can turn into marriage, right?
Yeah.
So it just depends on whether or not you know, if it's more good and bad, and if you can see yourself marrying this person, then you know, you try to work it out. Go to counseling. I don't believe in counseling, but you know, try to work it out, I guess.
But before we go forward, Ride a Prophet. Write something in the chat if you're still listening, Ride a Prophet. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I get going on this live on my live streams and I forget what I have to do. Ride a Prophet is the sponsor of tonight's show with a $20 cash cow, and he will start off tomorrow as the sponsor of the show tomorrow. Ride a Prophet, if you're listening, you will start off tomorrow's show as the sponsor of tomorrow's show too. That's how I make up ground, and it be my mistake because when I get to going, I forget about what I have to do. But repeat what you just said, Hot Sauce, again.
I'm just saying, like, sometimes it's, you know, you got to decide if it's worth it, right? If you have more good times than bad times, and you can see yourself marrying this person, then maybe you go to counseling. I don't really believe in counseling, but maybe you go to counseling, but you try to fight for it.
Shout out to Jet Corey in the building.
No Cap-tivity.
What's a successful relationship, Hot Sauce?
A successful relationship is one that ends with you and your wife seeing your grandkids grow up.
That's a successful relationship?
Yeah, making it to the end.
What about your mental health and her mental health?
Well,
is it supposed to be healthy during the relationship?
Yeah, I mean, yes. Everybody's supposed to be mentally healthy, but you're going to have good times. You're going to have bad times, right?
Yeah.
And if you're not a person that's going to stick with another person through the good and the bad. Now, of course, we're not talking about abuse. We're talking about just everyday normal life stuff, right? I'm not talking about he or she hitting him or her. I'm talking about just like the average run-of-the-mill day stuff, non-abusive relationships. You know, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you got to find someone that's going to be loyal and faithful and stick with you through thick and thin.
I think a successful relationship is a healthy relationship. Your significant other should be your peace and serve as more of a healer than a person that harms you when you guys interact, right? Most we know, especially from talking in these spaces, most relationships, most of these people are not involved with healers.
Well, I think Americans should never marry Americans. Where, you know, that's the worst thing you can do. In our society, we're not. How can I say this without being controversial? We just don't have women who were taught to be wives in general. You can find some, 20%, but in general we don't have women who have the skill set to be good wives.
Are you saying you've had more success abroad?
Of course, absolutely. Because they're raised to be wives, right? They're taught, they're educated. It's a skill set. Right? American women don't have the skill set to be a wife. And not all, but majority.
Right. So if most American women don't have the skill set to be wives, let's talk about the American men. Why do American men insist on attaching themselves to these women and find it hard to leave these women?
because people are just not informed, and men in a lot of cases, men number one, men are not informed, they're misinformed, and then in other cases is how men were raised, right? Men are raised that women are sugar and spice and everything nice, and any and everything that goes wrong in a relationship, it's absolutely the man's fault because the man is the leader.
So, are you saying that men do not actually know what a good woman is over here? Do we not know what a good woman is over here fundamentally?
Fundamentally, yes. American men do not know or never experience in mass. Some have, but in mass, the majority of men, American men, number one, do not know how to pick a woman, do not know what a good traditional skillful wife. Notice I'm using terms as skillful wife. I'm not attacking anyone's character.
Right.
I'm talking about qualifying, right? Qualifying skill sets. Most American men have never experienced a woman who have the qualified skill set to be a wife.
So if they leave out of the United States, how would that be any different? Choosing a wife over there?
Because women in general are taught to be wives, right? For example, put it to you this way, okay? Let's compare the two. A Japanese woman, 25, right? An American white woman, 25. American white woman, 25. She's too young. She's still going through her quote unquote 3 or 4 phase. Japanese woman is shamed that she's 24 and not married yet. She should be having children coming up soon at 25. Why? Because in her culture, that's what she's raised to do, to be a wife and a mother.
Right.
Women in our country are just not taught that. They don't have the skill for that. You see what I'm saying?
Right. I'm gonna tell you what I think it is. I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think United States. I think in the Western Hemisphere, we're very lust driven and we're very sexually driven.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Absolutely.
And that leads to the next question I have for you. But if I may finish, I think that when we see a woman, that's because we always say that in these spaces, a woman should be in shape and all that kind of stuff, right? When we see a woman in shape, and especially if she's wearing some skimpy shit, or let's just say she might not even be in shape, she just paid for her body, like a BBL or some or some breasts or something like that. Men subconsciously look at that as a good thing, like we highlight those things as if it's a plus. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. And so in America, when we go to see movies, when we see sitcoms and stuff, or even when we're out in public, when we're around our homeboys or when we're around our uncles or fathers, the thing that's highlighted the most when it comes to women is their sexual prowess, their sexual image. So if we see a woman that's very appealing to the eyes, because men say this all the time, oh, we're visual creatures, right? Well, I'm telling you right now, men need to start changing that philosophy and changing that mindset, because being a visual creature is the number one reason why a lot of these men end up in these dark holes. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't have a woman that's pleasing to your eye, but that should not be the primary reason why you choose a woman, right? But I think that that's it. A lot of men will not admit it, but I feel like that quality is at the top of the totem pole in the United States of America or in the Western Hemisphere. If a woman shows some, if a woman is very sexually driven, and she's in shape as well. If a man deems a woman to have a nice body, he's going to choose that woman before the woman that's dressed modest and you can't really see how she's dressed. Because technically, Hot Sauce, by the Bible, we're not really even supposed to know what a woman looks like under her clothing until we actually until we're actually in an intimate setting. Do you agree?
But Freezy, you see what we did there, right? You see what we did.
Yeah.
We said that, okay, because we have a lustful eye, women are like this. You see what we did there? Because
that's what I said.
Yeah. Yes.
No,
yes,
I didn't
that was
say
the
that.
nonverbal. That's the nonverbal communication. That's the nonverbal communication. Because whether we have a lustful eye or not, it's mothers and the women who should say, well, I'm going to respect my body. I'm going to preserve myself for marriage. Because even in Asia, you have red light districts, right? There's tons of red light districts. Let's say Thailand, right? Which is the red light district of Southeast Asia. But you also have a large majority of women who are not in red light districts that preserve themselves for marriage in Thailand. Like at least 60%, because there's going to be some girls that's going to be like, okay, I'm out here, I'm going to walk the blade, I'm for these streets, and there's going to be other women that says, you know what, I know if I know that what guys want, and if I allow them to, they'll sleep with me and toss me away, but I'm trying to get married, bro. You see what I'm saying? That is her valuing her self-worth and knowing what she wants. But over here, we're like, well, men like this, men like that, so women just going to fall in and do whatever men want. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I mean, of course, men look, that is our nature. But it's also women's nature to want commitment. That is her nature.
Even in the Western Hemisphere, when women dress provocatively, that's still their nature, you think?
Well, because we're not taught that anymore. And the same thing for men, right? If she's pleasing to us, then that's enough for us, because again, we established in the very beginning, American men don't know what a good wife should be or what it looks like.
Right.
They just don't know what it looks like. Right? I didn't know what it looks like till I left America.
I think that men are too possessive of the wrong things in America. I think that men have become just as vain as women. I think the reason why men choose women that look a certain way is because we get to brag and we get to, show her off as a trophy. And we don't want to see another man with the same possession, so we get possessive of the wrong thing and quality.
Mm-hmm.
I think that men in the Western Hemisphere are becoming more like women. What do you think?
I agree with that. I would definitely agree with that. Because we don't have. Now I will give you this: American men do not have the right standards for a successful long-term marriage. We don't have the right standard. I agree with that. And then a lot of times, how we behave in a relationship is very feminine. I also will agree with that.
Right. So this is the thing. We know that when it comes to, because let me tell you something, I agree with you. The majority of these households are being led by single women, single mothers, right? And we know that women, it's going to be, let me tell you something, bro. It's going to be hard to change the women. And we don't talk about this, hot sauce. This is just my belief. It's going to be harder to change women than it is to change men. You know why? In the Western Hemisphere, you know why?
Why?
Because women are getting paid for what they're doing.
That's facts. But I think, see, the thing about it is, like, there's a really good well, she's not really good. She's horrible, but she's right on a few things. She's a psychiatrist, and she's in this male media spaces, right? Both like white male media spaces, and like 60% of what she's saying is just like feminist garbage,
Right.
but 40% she's spot on. And
Mhm.
she said what you just said, right? Like women have incentive to be this way.
That's a fact.
And number two, in general, it's a very bad idea to change people. And when you go into a relationship and you're changing people, the person at fault is you. So for example, if you meet a woman, she and you look at her IG, you look at her Facebook, whatever, she's wearing scantily clad clothes, she's in provocative posing positions, she's doing this, she's doing that, and you like her, do you marry her? And then you ask her to be conservative and she won't, and then you divorce. The problem was the man, right? Because you're asking her to be something that she never told you she was.
Exactly.
And that's the problem with us, is that we think that we can kind of offer our way out of this, and you can't. There's rich men that get cheated on all the time. Look at Tom Brady, right? They're successful, the creme of the creme, 1%, right? You can't change people and you can't change women. And it's not our jobs to do that. Your job is to find the woman that you want that's already like that. And same thing for women, right? She needs to find a man who she wants that's already like that. You cannot change people. And that's one of the reasons why the divorce rate is so high.
And that goes back to the fundamental thing I said earlier in this live stream. We can correlate that same concept and psychology to if you're a man that actually meets a woman with kids, and let's just say you become a step parent, but her kids, by the time you meet this woman, her kids is already teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
You think you're going to be able to implement a substantial amount of change in these badass kids?
Hell no.
Yeah. They've already lived 15 years of their life bad as hell. And here you is coming in the picture thinking that you are Joe Clark from Lean on Me. And that shit just ain't gonna work.
No Cap-tivity.
It ain't gonna work. And so I apply that same philosophy to meeting grown people. Matter of fact, it might be easier for you to, first of all, it's gonna be damn near impossible for you to actually change a 15-year-old. Right?
You can't. You're not.
How much more difficult do you think it's going to be to change a 30-year-old, 35-year-old woman?
Well, what you call it said it, right? Frederick Douglass said it, right? It's easier to build strong children than to fix broken men. Broken men in this case means adults, right? So even Frederick Douglass said that. Nah, I mean, anything after the age of 8, it's a wrap.
After the age of 8.
Yeah, you got a super sticker, by the way.
Super chat.
Shout out to my brother Tyrus with the $10 super cap. He said, Freezy, keep going to the moon. Let's go.
No Cap-tivity.
Tyrus, thank you for being here, bro. Good to see you, always. Were you the one that said that the other yesterday, a couple of days ago? Were you the one that said that?
I quote Frederick Douglass a lot. Yeah, it's easier to build strong. It's easier to build strong children than to fix broken men. I quote that a lot. But see, here's the thing, and I think after I say this, people in the chat might disagree with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a couple dynamics here when we're talking about single mothers, right?
Right.
So, and I look at single mothers in two aspects: single mothers who were married and divorced, and then single mothers who was never married, right? Now, single mothers who were never married, this is a very special case because she, like a woman who feels that her child doesn't need a father, is a very dangerous person to date because she's going to love the child. She's going to love the child more than she's ever going to love you as the man she's dating. So if she views a man as optional for her child, then you're replaceable in her eyes.
Bro, it's so many people in those situations, bro.
Right, but then you run, then 10 years down the road you wonder what the fuck happened. But bro, at the end of the day, you look, she decided that a man in her child's life is optional. She
Right.
feels okay, I can do it on my own. I don't need a man. Then you turn around and date her. Bro, the one thing she's supposed to have absolutely unconditional love for, she says that a man is optional there. How much less do you think you are important to her? You are replaceable as a motherfucker. I'm sorry. You're replaceable as a tissue in a trash can.
What?
Right?
Yeah, go ahead. Finish your thought.
And then, but then the single mother was married. At least she thought that, okay, hey, let me marry before I carry. So at least she has enough foresight to be like, hey, it's not just about me. It's about this other person I brought into the world.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, like, yeah, so for single mothers, for me, it's a no-go because I look at the person you're going to unconditionally love the most is your child. And you're non-verbally telling me your child having a father figure or a father in their life is optional.
What do you think prevents a woman from actually looking at it from that perspective when it comes to making sure a man is in a child's life and sustaining that for the child?
That's black culture, right? Black culture, black men are optional. That's black culture. Look at Nelly and Ashanti. They're having a baby, not married. I mean, that's just black culture. Like, she gets pregnant, she gets acknowledged in the church. Mm-hmm. She gets her baby shower, right? I mean, that's just black culture, right? That's just black culture.
So
that's why I don't understand why people are saying black men are the leaders of society. If we were, we would not be having children out of wedlock at 70%.
Okay, as black men, how should we look at life going forward when it's dealing with women? What's your advice?
Man, like if I'm sitting to young brothers 25 and younger, mm-hmm. I would say, man, for peace of mind, for safety, I would say, you know what, if you want to get married, you want to have children, stuff like that, live abroad, because in general,
you're pushing this abroad thing.
No Cap-tivity.
Finish. Because
go ahead.
America in general is moving to feminism, female power, right? You mm-hmm. see the Me Too movement took down so many powerful men. You look at reproduction rights, right? Like if you as the father on the birth certificate take your child away from your mother and pack up, I'm leaving you, I'm taking the kids, I'm going. Within 72 hours, the police have you on kidnapping. She does the same exact thing. There's no law against that, but there's literally laws on the book. If a father takes their children for more than 72 hours without the consent of the mother, that is kidnapping, son. So if you're 20, I mean, come on, bro. If you're a black man under 20, 22, 23, bro, I would say, you know what? The best thing you can do is just go abroad and start a family. Because in America is not family focused. We all got to admit that. America is not family focused. And if you're trying to start a black family, go to fucking Africa and start your black family.
You were born in the United States of America.
Yeah, I'm ADOS. I'm ADOS. I'm 100% ADOS.
What age did you actually become a resident abroad?
26.
Okay, and was it a culture shock when you first settled in?
A little bit, but I'm like, I'm 26, maybe 25, right? I'm just out of college. So not much, right?
Yeah.
No kids, college degree, ready to move forward. But but look, man, even in Europe, all the kids when they graduate college, they do a year abroad after they finish college. German kids, British kids, Spanish kids from Spain, France, they all travel the world for a year or two, right, to get that global experience. We need to teach our children the same thing. And for the brothers who are in their 30s that want children, bro, I would say go ahead, get yourself a surrogacy like the gay men do, and then go date and marry a woman, but do not have kids with the woman you marry. Get your fucking kids, and then get your fucking kids, and then go find a wife.
Let's pretend men listen to you and just start going across seas by the masses, and let's say the majority of black men choose to leave the United States of America and live abroad and start dating women across seas. What do you think black women in the Western Hemisphere would do then? What would how would they adjust? What would they do?
I mean, they go date some other motherfuckers. They date white men, black men, whoever want to date them, or black men who stay.
Do you think once they start dating other demographics, the black woman would magically get better? She would start acting better and she would have better I don't know. What do you think?
Well, right now when you look at the Pew Research, right, the best marriages that stay together the longest is a white man and a black woman.
Really?
That's why they had those shirts back in the day. I want the black woman that a white man get. Right? Brothers used to wear that.
Why do you think black women act better with white men?
I think that's their first choice. There's a book called The Dating Divide by Jennifer Lundquist, MIT statistician. And they look at the first choices that American women choose. All American women, Asian American, African American, whites, all white women, all choose white men first.
White men, right? White men are the first choice with most women. Yes, what you're saying?
For all women in America. Yes, they're the first choice on dating apps. It's called
I never heard this before, bro.
It's called the book is called Dating Divide, and when they looked at what women would choose and click on like Tinder and all the other dating apps, whatever, right? Yeah. All women would choose a white man first, and then they look at what the men choose. Men choose their own race more than outside their race first.
What is the book called again?
Dating Divide by Jennifer Lundquist. The Dating Divide.
Divide, like division?
Yeah, like division, divide. Yeah, dating divide. The dating divide.
Let me look this up. The Dating Divide. Wow. Let me see if they got a...
Right, Dating Divide, Race and Desire in the Digital Era. I'm sorry, Dating Divide, Race and Desire in the Era of Online Dating.
I see it. Let me see.
Okay. And you
I'm
can
trying to see if
Jennifer Lundquist, right?
Trying to see if I can uncover some information so I can share it with the audience.
Super chat.
Shout out to 2 Glock Hot. Just coming through the doors. Appreciate you, bro. You know I love you. He said, "No cap crew, what's going on?"
No Cap-tivity.
2 Glock Hot in the building.
Also, I want to say something else.
Yeah.
Black women are the only women, according to the CDC data, that have 1 million more children than their men. Right? White men have more children than white women. Asian women have the same amount of children as Asian women, but black women have 1 million more children than black.
Hey, can I go to the bathroom?
Really?
Yeah. Meaning that they do date out. They do date out.
Damn.
Hey, can I go to the bathroom?
My sister.
What's that noise? Oh, that's you.
I'm trying to look it up on Trying to look it up on TikTok. 907, what's going on, sis?
What's going on?
Girl, let me bring my sister up. Let me see.
Thank you so much for dropping by my live today. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you for having me. I really appreciate you. For real.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You got another super sticker, by the way.
I do?
Yes.
Hey, No Cap Crew, what's going on?
Y'all say what's up to my sister, man.
What's up, Hot Sauce?
Hey, how are you?
Hot Sauce, I think I read that last one. 2 Glock Hot. I just read that one.
Okay.
Yeah,
My
appreciate you though, bro. No, I'm trying to look up this let me see. The book, Dating.
Yeah, you can catch it on there's she's on YouTube. Just type in Jennifer Lundquist. She's on YouTube, right? And she talks about it on YouTube.
Yeah, but I didn't want to I didn't want to get hit with a copyright. That's what I was trying to avoid. YouTube is crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, in the book it talks about that, right? The preferential man for all women in America is the white man.
What do you think about that, 907? Speak on that. Speak on that. Okay, 907. You got homegirls, right?
Yeah, and I don't personally know anyone that's interracial dating. You kind of see a little bit in the media. But yeah, and I've only ever talked to one white person in my life. I don't know.
Hold on, we got a co-sponsor. Y'all. Let me see.
Super chat.
Shout out to Nicole Faith and Fitness Motion. Nicole Faith and Fitness Motion said, first of all, shout out for the $20 super cap. She is co-sponsor of tonight's show, along with Ryder Profit. Let's see. She's saying, showing support. Awesome show and found you via Anton Daniels channel. Stay blessed and keep Christ first. First choice, always Black Kings. You heard what she said, Hot Sauce?
No Cap-tivity.
Look, people can say what they want, man, but at the end of the day, the prime dating age, 18 to 35, across the board, right? 18 to 35, prime dating age that's what, look, man, that's what they're choosing, man. We can talk about individual experiences and okay, cool, I believe you. But at the end of the day, what they're saying out of their mouths and what they're picking online ain't matching. It ain't matching, bro. And on top of that, if Black women really don't want to date out like that, then how do they have 1.2 million more kids than we do?
So you're saying a lot of those kids are from other races. That's what you're saying.
Absolutely. Now, and again, I have no problem with Black women dating out. Black women
I don't
should
think
have the right.
think they think you're saying that.
Yeah. They have the right to find love with anyone they can. That no, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, bro, like Black men get criticized for this love of Becky, but at the end of the day, we just don't see the proof of that. Right? But we see the proof of it from Black women, which is cool. So
I want to get back on 907. 907, so you got homegirls, but you said you just haven't witnessed what Hot Sauce is talking about. All your homegirls saying, "Ooh, girl, I want me a white boy. I want me a Todd."
Let me ask y'all this. How many people do you guys personally know that are Black women dating white men?
That's a good question.
Do you guys know anyone?
Well, let me say this. I'm not saying that Black women are dating. I'm just saying they're choosing them first. That's what the book is saying. They will swipe. They will choose them first. So there's a difference between choice and what you can get. And so the book is making the distinction that it's their choice. And a lot of times just because they're choosing doesn't mean they get it. But I do know I know a lot of black women that have admitted of dating and wanting to be with white men. Yes, I know a couple.
Now I will say this: when I used to be on Facebook, I'm talking about the hood chicks, right? It was a running thing for women to write all over Facebook, girl, it's white boy season. I need to get me a white boy. I need to get me a Chad. That's where it's at. We need to stop fucking with these niggas. I'm telling you, it's a lot of black women was talking like that on Facebook. Yo.
What is...
Shout out to Jet Core. Jet Core, no, I ain't lying. Shit.
No Cap-tivity.
907. There's a group on Facebook where black women dress up in plantation clothing to attract white men.
Say that one more time. Say that one more time.
There's a Facebook group where black women dress up in plantation clothing to get black men. I forgot the name of it, but Dennis Sperling talked about it once. Like, I mean, look, just because we don't know the people individually, it's there.
That's funny, though.
Right.
Wow.
So I mean, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, look, it's okay for black women to love white men. It's okay. It's okay. Nothing wrong with it.
What is it though? What is it? Maybe black women feel like the black women that you're talking about, not all black women, but maybe they feel like there's more security when dealing with white people. Maybe they feel like they're entering more into a power structure. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's more security.
But they're not, because as soon as they do something that's going to offend the other side, or, they're going to get shunned, and they're going to make their little dance back over to their people because they are not that with the other group. And that goes for anybody that's doing any interracial dating. It's like, as soon as you mess up, they're not going to have it.
So you've heard of that, like when black women have tried to date or they've aligned themselves with white men. You're saying white men have less patience with black women?
I think it's both sides of the spectrum. Men that choose to date outside of their race and women. I don't think it's just to women. I think it's just black people who date outside of their race. When it doesn't work out sometimes, or they get shunned from that community, and then they make their way back. Right. But I think it has a lot to do with white supremacy, where we think that white people are better.
I kind of agree with that. You agree with that, Hot Sauce?
Yes. But that's all of us, right? We all think white man ice is cold.
Who made up that damn saying, man? That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, I just think that I think it has a lot to do with bitterness, right? I think that a lot of black women have just become bitter, even if they don't have kids. Right? Not just black women. I think black people have become bitter. Like, I can feel it. Right? Black men and black women. When you grow up in a single parent household, which most of us is comprised of in the United States of America, that can actually implement a lot of bitterness in your life and in your emotions growing up. You start asking a lot of questions. Mama, where daddy at? Daddy don't love me? That nigga ain't shit. Then you hear him talking on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Just cussing each other out. I'm talking from experience. That can make you grow up with a lot of, just a lot of negative aspects about your own people. Right?
Yeah.
Listen, I was just telling my wife this the other day. Like, my mom was very mean and surly. And I love my mom to death. I took care of my mom for almost 20 years. She had multiple sclerosis, but she was very mean and surly. I used to hear her cussing out my dad all the time, right? And my auntie, Armintha, very mean, surly, and she don't care about just saying something to you that will hurt your feelings. She's very outspoken, right? My fifth grade school teacher, Miss Gooseby, God bless the dead. Big woman. All these women were larger women on the healthy side. My fifth grade school teacher, black woman. I left my books on the desk because I rushed out of class at the end of the day when school was over with. And when I came back, when I realized I left my books was in the trash. My black teacher threw my damn books in the damn trash.
No Cap-tivity.
But guess what's one of my fondest memories as a kid? Miss Harris in the 3rd grade. Miss Harris was white. And she was like a chalky, glowy white. And this was like a soft white when I think of Miss Harris. And she always used to say, Fred, you're doing such a great job, Fred. Wow, keep up the great work. I still think about Miss Harris to this day because she always had a soft voice and she always encouraged me. And I'm telling y'all, it sounds light, but when kids grow up and hear all those aggressive voices coming from black women, it can condition a child into thinking what to expect from black women when they come of age, right? And also the talk shows and stuff, and the reality, not the talk shows, but the sitcoms. You don't see a lot of we didn't see a lot of white sitcoms with ghetto white women. No, we seen, well, me growing up, I seen white women wearing aprons and, the Brady Bunch, Leave It to Beaver. Even Dennis the Menace mama was good. She was, You don't remember Dennis the Menace, do you? It's 907.
No, that was before my time.
Okay, yeah. But
I heard that name a lot. From my mom and the older people, they always talked about that show.
Shout out to Stanley White. He said the reason why white men, he said white men are less tolerant. I think he's talking about white men. He said less tolerance, less patience, less empathy, less love, less meat.
No Cap-tivity.
Less everything. That's what he said white men possess. That's what he said white men possess for black women. But yeah, I think psychologically a lot of black men looked at black women the way I did growing up. Because inherently black women, I mean, come on, let's just face it. Not you, 907. Just listening to you and talking to you. And thank you for allowing me to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? And me getting a closer look and hearing your voice and stuff. You sound very pleasant. You sound very soft-spoken. But most black women that I grew up witnessing, they was loud and aggressive.
And very mean.
Yes. And see how you just said that without even blinking? And you a black woman.
Yes, I will agree. There are some very mean women, and I understand, us being mad and us being bitter, but all you're doing is paying the meanness forward. And of course, nobody wants to be with you. You're mean. Nobody wants to be with anybody that's mean. And I feel like the angerness and the bitterness, it's like what needs to happen is accountability needs to be taken
Facts.
for the actions that have led people to the positions that they're in. Not
Right.
blaming everybody else, not hating on the next person, not being mean and yelling. You know, like that's not gonna do anything or get you anywhere.
That's right. And let me tell you something. And Hot Sauce, I want you to speak to this too. There used to be a time where I was programmed, like if a black woman did insult me, or if she got disrespectful, I used to combat that with raising my voice as well, or returning the disrespect. Right now, what I try to practice more often now is just leave it alone. Cause what I found out is the biggest kryptonite for something like that, the biggest thing that would destroy somebody disrespecting you is not responding at all. Don't even show it no attention. Because I'm gonna tell you something, I value my peace at my older age now. I value peace. And when we look at black households all across America, the reason why they're broken is because there's no peace.
Yes. Preach, Freezy, preach.
What about you, Hot Sauce? When you encounter a tumultuous woman, black woman, how do you handle that if she disrespect you?
Nah, man, I leave, man. Just like whatever, man.
But
Just
tell the
walk
truth.
away.
Tell the truth. Did you used to yell back or get disrespectful back at one point in time in your life?
I never like. Well, for me, man, I like in high school and stuff like that. I really didn't interact with most people. I studied, man. I just studied and did what I had to do to get out of the hood. So I just in general, I just kind of left people alone.
Well, you went to Harvard, so you a little different, though.
Yeah, I just
shout out to Harvard, man. Shout out to
No
Harvard.
Cap-tivity.
I studied. I was in all those after school programs, and
you was dealing with white chicks back then.
No, I went to all black school, but like I was on the swim team. I was just in a lot of after school activities.
What, you went to Harvard graduate school?
I went to UPenn undergrad, Wharton.
When did you go to Harvard? Graduate school?
Yeah, graduate school. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What did you go for, if you don't mind me asking?
For undergraduate or graduate?
Graduate.
Public policy, Kennedy School, public policy, mid-level career, and then for undergraduate, I went to University of Pennsylvania, which is also Ivy League, and I went to Wharton, which is the best business program in the country.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to that.
This one here for the thug.
Shout out to Rio, just entered the building. Shout out, I appreciate you seeing you, Rio. But
yeah, so for me, man, I was studying and doing like all my after school activity stuff like that. So like and then plus the black women I did know, they were kind of nerdy too, right? Like we were in the audio visual club together, the debate club, you know what I mean? So you know, because where I grew up in the hood. So all the kids that was doing the same stuff like me, everybody had that one goal: just get out the hood. So, you know what I mean? So, you know, we were all just nerdy kids that sat in the lunchroom in the corner and just studied and just tried to get the hell out. That's who we was. That was my crew.
That sound like a plan to me. 907. Are you in a relationship right now, 907?
No, I'm not.
So, when was your last relationship?
It ended in the summer.
Now, it seems like you're a pretty easygoing woman and, you know, obviously you can cook. Make sure y'all go to 907 Good Eats YouTube channel because 907, she gives great cooking tips and she be cooking her ass off. Real talk.
Yes, I be cooking and I also make kids content. Subscribe to Ava's Playtime if you have kiddos.
Shout out to 907.
No Cap-tivity.
907, listen. When was your last relationship, approximately?
It ended in the summer. It lasted about 10 months. I will say it wasn't a good one, and I kind of learned from that experience. I just need to be a single mom and focus on my kid and invest my time into that and not, because I feel like it is hard for any man to come in and be a stepdad. It's hard. And I don't think it's, just focus on your kid. Me personally, I'm just going to focus on my kid and focusing on what I have to do. And that's all I can do at this point in time.
How old is your kid?
6.
Okay, so you still got a young kid. And so you said that it ended in the summer and it lasted about 10 months?
Yeah.
What was wrong? I mean, what made you guys make a decision to go ahead and split?
Well, I think that the other person was not together themselves, kind of like a chameleon. Like when we got together, it was great, and then we went too fast, and then it got really bad, and then he also had a issue with drinking. And then, like you said, it was a lot of arguing. I'm not a person who likes to argue because I think it's just it's not good. So there was a lot of arguing.
But
So
can I ask
go
a
ahead.
question? And if I'm stepping over bounds, just tell me and I'll drop it. But why not try to get back with your child's father?
Yes, and that's a good question.
That was my next question,
he's
actually.
Yeah, that's a good question. He was struggling with his sobriety. So when my kid was like 11 months, I decided to divorce him and end that relationship because he was struggling with sobriety. And I didn't want to subject myself and my kid to a life of dealing with someone who was on drugs.
But I mean, okay. First, is he still on drugs now?
On and off, yes. Well, I don't believe that he ever gotten clean, but with someone that's on drugs, they're always gonna try to gaslight you. They're always gonna claim to be sober and not be. And then that was another issue, was like he was not accepting of the fact that he did have a problem. And so I feel like if you never admit that you have a problem, it's going to be really hard to accept it. And so after I started watching Anton Daniels and he was talking about single mothers, I looked back on my dating history and I realized all the men that I had chosen were raised by single women.
Shout out to
And
Anton.
so I personally believe that they had a hard time being a man and also accepting no, because they were used to being given whatever they wanted.
So okay, I'm sorry, but okay, help me to understand because I think I'm definitely confused. So okay, if he's an alcoholic, so then why get pregnant by a person that was on substance abuse? I just don't I mean, unless you were like y'all was just getting lit together or something.
He was not an alcoholic. That was not his thing. At the time he was sober and everything was perfectly fine. When we had the kid, that is when he chose to get on drugs.
So okay.
And if someone at that point in time was an alcoholic, or I saw drug use at that current time, of course I wouldn't marry that person or get pregnant by them.
I think from talking to you, 907.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that just sound like, so you're telling me like a person didn't do drugs and then after you're pregnant he start doing drugs. I don't know, man. Okay, but I'm not taking
no.
word for it.
This was what I was gonna say. From from talking to 907, this is my second actual conversation with her, talking to her. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm very good at judging a person's personality. It don't even take me that long. I could tell that 907 is just so gullible. And she well, not now, but it just seems like there was a time where she, if a man showed her attention and made it, made her feel like he actually had feelings for her and loved her, 907 Good Eats will melt. She'll probably melt in your arms. She gonna cook for you. She already know how to cook, and she just seems like a pleasant person. So a lot of times, and I just want to be fair. I don't actually know 907 her personal life, but I would go as far to say this. And somebody wrote it in the chat. I want to say it was Jermaine or someone. Jermaine said she likes that type. You don't pick that twice by accident. That's her type. Let's be honest. And a lot of times, let's just be honest, opposites do attract. Like you could be like you could actually be more on the green side. Not saying that's bad. It's good to be green. But when I mean, you know what I mean by green 907? You know what I mean by that?
Yeah, I feel like when you start dating, there is no manual on how to do it.
Yeah.
So, especially if you are raised in a one-parent household, so you're gonna learn as you go along. And so,
Right.
there are people, who you pick someone who then you later find out is the wrong person. That's just, it is what it is. All you can do is take care of your kid and try to learn from the choices that you've made before.
Right. And I think what Hot Sauce was kind of insinuating, there's kind of truth to it. The guy that you're talking about, your child's father, he probably seen what kind of woman you was in the beginning. You was a sweetheart. Shout out to Jermaine. And in the beginning, and I think you said it earlier, he showed you a nicer guy, a more like gentleman type guy. But a lot of times, these guys, they show you that side on purpose, and they don't want you to actually see what they're actually indulging in behind closed doors. But the more comfortable women and men get in relationships, the more he feels comfortable showing the other side, especially if you guys have an argument or two along the way or whatnot. And I'm not trashing your baby's father. You know what I'm saying? That's your child's father. Sometimes you can't work it out. Sometimes the other party is so toxic and.
No, I mean, if he's a drug addict, then of course not, right? You don't want drug addicts around your children. I mean, obviously not. If he's that, I don't know, man. I just like I said before.
No. I know what you're saying, Hot Sauce. What you're saying is where I was going to land my plane. What you're saying is that, and I think 907 would agree with me when I say this. It's very imperative before women. Women used to disagree with me all the time, but it's coming to fruition. It's very important who a woman chooses to open her legs to or lay down with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because what ends up happening is you create a situation, that's very hard to correct. And I said it during this live stream. A lot of times we feel like we can talk a person through a certain situation or make them change by talking to them or just, arguing, talking, yelling, screaming, crying. They're just going to feel so sorry and they're going to feel so bad to where they're going to be like, you know what, I'm going to change. But it never happens. And this goes for men and women. It's not just men. We can't change adults. A lot of times, you know, if you're going to commit to somebody, hopefully to marriage, it's to somebody that you're trained to know what is a good person. That's why I gravitated to Israel to understanding that I am an Israelite from the tribe of Judah, because and I think Hot Sauce would agree with me. That's the only I'm not just making this up. That's the only thing that actually made sense to me on building a healthy nation of black people. That was the only thing I seen. And let me tell you something. Hot Sauce is a Harvard graduate. So there has to be some truth. What you think, Hot Sauce? Let's talk about that, man.
About the Hebrews.
Faith. This is about the faith, because I don't like to shun away from that, because this the thing, right? And I think 907 should hear this too. Like, hope is not over. I'm not one of those guys that say because you got a child and you still look fairly young, you still got a lot of life to live. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with you, but I think that we spend a lot of time looking for partners, but we just need to live our own lives, become happy within ourselves, take care of our children, because it's not right where the kid doesn't have a father and a mom, because the mom is like too busy looking for a father, then it's like they get no one.
Well, the best thing you can do, and I'm gonna let you chime in, Hot Sauce. This is my advice. The best thing you can do, a lot of women feel like because they're not with the baby's father, and the baby, let's just say the baby father is incapable right now of being a good father. A lot of women feel like because the child does not have their biological father, that there can't be a great role model as a male role model in the child's life. I don't know if you have an uncle that's a great guy, or even your dad, or just a coach or something. But I really encourage women in your situation to try to get your child, if you have a son. You got a son or a daughter?
She has a daughter.
Oh, you got a daughter. Okay, so just X out what I just said. So you got a daughter. You got lucky then. Your daughter got her mother. You got lucky then. Yeah.
Well, this is what I was saying, man. Like, look, I'm just a random dude, but I would say this: if I was a single mother, because I know deep in my heart that children need two parents. So if I was a single mother, I would go look for a single father and try to just make that shit work out. Because at the end of the day, the child didn't ask to be here, and I want to put them in a good position to be successful. And children with fathers are much more successful than children without fathers.
Right, but being that she has a daughter, though, it does lighten the.
It doesn't matter. All children, girls and boys, do better when they have a father in the home. So if I was a single mother, I would go look for a single father in the same situation I am, and get on those. I don't know if there's a dating app for that or something, or Facebook, whatever, and then just try, because two parents are always going to be better than one. And he has a child, I have a child. They're both girls. They can be best friends and shit and whatever, and just make that shit work out.
But there's some validity in what 907 is saying, as far as she felt like within herself, she had to take a step back and understand why she made the choices she made, concentrate on raising her daughter, actually, getting her head together, right? Because I wouldn't advise her to actually go looking for another man. You know what I'm saying? I would tell her to do what she's doing, take it easy, raise her daughter, and to actually make sure she's building herself up to be a presentable woman for a man that just might so happen to enter her life. She might meet this man at the grocery store. She might meet him at the bank. She might meet him online. We don't know. I'm just saying by happenstance, by the time she does meet somebody, she would have been done the work. And as far as like, you know, correcting all of her the way she looks at life and the way she went about being with men in the past. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, no one's saying don't do that. No one's don't saying don't do that. But what I'm also okay, I would just say what other cultures, what I've seen other cultures do. If another woman was in a single mother position, right, she would absolutely, as quick as she possibly could, find a decent, upstanding single father where they can come together as a blended family to raise their children together. Right? Now,
I mean,
of course,
that's an ideal situation. Yeah,
right?
You're right.
But it's not. I mean, look, man, you get what you put the work into, right? So I'm just saying, this is what I would do. I mean, hey, that's what I would do. If I'm not offering advice, I'm just saying, if I was a single mom, I would get myself in a position where I could find a decent, upstanding man that's also a single father, right? Where we have the same issues, same commonalities, and where we can get together and make this thing work. Because just as much as my child needs a father, his child needs a mother.
I agree with that. I agree. This is what I want to ask 907. What advice would you give women, being that you've experienced this already that you just explained? What advice would you give young girls? How old are you? Let me ask you that. How old are you?
30. I'm 30. I just made 30.
You still young. So what advice would you give women that's younger than you that don't have kids, the best way to avoid experiencing what you experience?
I would say focus on yourself and get yourself in a really good financial position, and also, you know, as far as education is concerned, get educated so that when you do choose a partner, you know what you're looking for. I think that's a big thing that we don't really talk about, is looking like how to vet people. What are good qualities of a man? That's something that I never knew. So I would say get educated, figure out who you are in life, so that another person cannot come in and try to make you into someone that you don't want to be.
What you say you never knew? Why did you never know?
Well, I was raised by a single mom, and I feel like in my lifetime, I never saw healthy relationships. I never saw people being married. And so I feel like, me and my sisters have definitely struggled in the dating world because
how many sisters do you have?
Two.
So you're saying that your sisters kind of struggled the same way you did too?
Yes, because we didn't know what we were looking for. We don't know what we're going for. So I would say to any young woman, definitely get educated and get a good position in life, so that you're not easily manipulated, and be secure with yourself.
What about sex? As far as what is your advice for young women, how they would how they would go to what I want to say, how they would just how they would
like,
you know what I'm trying to say. I got a brain fart.
I feel like a lot of times sex can be a big influencer in a negative way, because you're not thinking clearly, because you're kind of clouded by lust. So I would say, if you can, wait until marriage, or wait until you feel like you're with the right person. And like when you do meet a guy, jumping in the bed right away can definitely influence a lot of your decisions.
Can I tell you something?
You think you're in love, and you won't really be in love. You're in lust.
I'm gonna tell you something. the right person, the right guy, this is what I would tell my daughter. The right guy is the guy that wants to marry you. I'm telling you, like, the right guy is the guy that actually understands your value, and he says, listen, we need to get married and consummate our marriage. That's the right guy. Now, we know, me and Hot Sauce talked about this. The American culture is far from that, right? It's far from that.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people now are looking at marriage and babies as like a way to trap someone. So it's just, it's just really scary.
Well, no, well, that too, that's true. But the majority of relationships in America is geared more towards pleasure than duty. Right? A lot of us, me and Hot Sauce talked about, what do you think about that, Hot Sauce? We talked about that earlier. A lot of relationships, most relationships in America is geared towards more so pleasure than duty. That's why the alphabet community has, risen. The percentage of alphabet community is, the LGBT community has gone to an all-time high. It's more about, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say something because she said something that I kind of said earlier, right? I said that we in the Black community are not educated about being married, right? And so when we're talking about the message for girls, I would respectfully slightly disagree, or maybe let me ask this, because there's a couple things you said that maybe I'm not understanding. So if you could clarify, because you said women should get educated and a good position in life. So are you mean like going to college and things like that, or were you saying educated, like educated on how to choose a mate, or going to college or something? What do you mean by that?
Everything. Get educated about everything about how to choose a mate, and also, if you don't want to go to college, go to a trade. Make sure that you have a good job. I feel a lot of people are driven by desperation for money, and that's why you have, the whole culture, as they put it. I would say get educated about everything because it all pertains to life.
See, because the thing about it is, right? If I would, because in the scriptures, right, or how we interpret the scripture, it says like you do things the old way, right? So one of the things that how people used to get married back in the day was a woman would marry a man that was a man would marry a woman that was half his age plus 7, right? Because women have a timetable on their birthing plan. Women build families first and do their careers later. Men do their career first and build families later. So if you are a 21-year-old woman, you should date an older man, start your family, and then when you're in your 30s, you have from 30 to 65, 35 years of working in your career, because now your kids are in school, high school, whatever, they are independent, right? So the thing about it is, it's just that, what I would tell young women to do is to get educated on how to pick men for marriage if they want that, because not everybody's designed for marriage, right? But if they want that, because at the end of the day, how like a successful woman who has it all, you build your family first, you do your career second. A man, you do your career first and you build your family second, because he has to be the provider, right? So you need to go to like the Hebrew Israelites or even a Nation of Islam, where they teach, where women there, honorable, dignified women, will give you the breakdown and the rundown on game on how to be that type of woman. Because our parents have dropped the ball. All of our parents have dropped the ball. So now we have to seek that second education. But for women, right, the most valuable thing she can offer a man and the most valuable thing she can offer a community is to give birth to upstanding, great citizens that's going to do a lot of good things in the community, right? That is her absolute greatest contribution to the community. Just like a man's greatest contribution is to build strong kids, just like what Frederick Douglass says. The strong children that's going to be great men, women, and men in the community, right? So that's what I would say. Of course, get your education because when you're getting your education, that is going to be the most highest concentration of finding eligible financial men, and also the highest concentration of men that's going to be quote unquote on your level, right? So do that. But at the end of the day, if I had a girl, I would tell her to date an older man.
And
right?
I want hot sauce. I want you to since you're giving a great speech right now, I want you to make this your last words because we'll be getting ready to wrap it up too.
Yeah. So last word. Date an older man. Start your. I mean, not ridiculously older, right? Like 7-10 year kind of thing, right? But start your family, and then when you're in your 30s, you got 30 to 35 years of working yourself to death. Is that what you want? And I'll leave it there.
Hot sauce, I really appreciate you. Every time you give your contribution, bro, I really appreciate and I value it too, though, bro. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, no problem, man. Y'all take it easy.
All right, you too, bro. Oh man, what do you think, 907?
I think that he has an interesting take, and I don't think that he's wrong or that I'm wrong. I think both people can be right and exist in a different space and cater to a different person.
I hope you don't think we put you on the hot seat. I ain't want to ask. I ain't really want to dig too, but I do think that, especially if you have a YouTube channel, right? I think that now people are actually closer to you. They know more about 907 Good Eats. Make sure y'all go subscribe. I'm going to keep saying it. Make sure go subscribe to 907 Good Eats. Right? We just had a deep discussion. But they know I talk about my life all the time, so I don't give a damn. But I know some people might not be like me, but at the same time, I think that people that's watching indirectly, they can learn a lot from these discussions. And I really appreciate you, 907. I really do. Every time you come up, I really appreciate you. Right? And everybody, and I seen in the chat, people were saying you a sweetheart. I seen a couple people write, she's a sweetheart, right? Because that's the kind of energy that you give off. And I'm pretty sure whenever the next man does enter into your life, I pray that he's a man of principle, discipline, and of the Most High. And I'm pretty sure you're going to be blessed. What's your last words you want to say before we get up out of here?
Well, I want to say, definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel, my channel Made for Kids. And I'm going to be in the comment section. Make sure you like this video. Subscribe to the channel. And I feel like there are different people in life, and so each one of us represents a different person in life. If we all were the same, then the world would be very boring and we wouldn't have the problems that we have. And so you represent a different person, I represent a different person, Hot Sauce represents a different person. The important part is that we get on these panels and we have these discussions because there are women like me, there are men like you, there are men like Hot Sauce. And so we need to share our stories, and we also need to be respectful, and we also need to keep in mind everyone is different. If we were all perfect, everyone would have grew up in a 2-parent household and we'd all be rich.
Right. And I want to say this. There are people that grew up in a household where they had both parents and it was still toxic. So just because you grew up in a 2-parent household, we don't talk about that either. That doesn't mean that the household you grew up in was healthy. The goal is not just to grow up in a 2-parent household. The goal is to grow up in a healthy household.
Yeah, definitely.
You feel what I'm saying? So, but 907, thank you so much. Y'all listen, if y'all got kids out there, 907 Good Eats channel would be perfect for your child. As y'all can see, her personality and the way she projects herself, she's a sweetheart, right? That's gonna be her new nickname. Sweetheart. 907 Good Eat Sweetheart, okay? But make sure y'all go subscribe and show your kids her channel. This woman is full of wisdom and she's still growing. And more importantly, she's an affiliate of
No Cap-tivity
with Freezy. Okay?
Yes.
And I rock with 907 hard too, real talk.
Yes, and Freezy, thank you so much for allowing me to come up here, give my opinion, speak my little piece.
Shout out to Miss Piggy for putting the link to 907 Good Eats channel in the chat too. We be on point over here. Shout out to Miss Piggy, man. Shout out to my, what you gonna say, 907?
Oh, I was just laughing.
Oh, shout out to Smitty. Shout out to my brother Smitty, just entered through the building.
No Cap-tivity.
Did I miss anybody that came earlier? Oh, Why High? What's going on, Why High?
No Cap-tivity.
I'm gonna have to reach out to Ryder Prophet. Ryder Prophet and damn. Why y'all ain't tell me I spelled McCole's name wrong? McCole, you still there, McCole? I put Michael. Damn, hold on. I be moving too fast. McCole, why you ain't tell me I spelled your name wrong, McCole? McCole said, hold on, let me share McCole's message. McCole said, thank you for sharing 907. They really appreciate you, 907. Real talk. I'm telling y'all, man, 907, that's my sister. I'm breaking her out of her shell. You know what I'm saying? But hey, listen, by the time we done, you gonna be a natural. You already doing good. Yeah, I'm saying you don't waste no time. You be responding back and forth. And you said 907 said she was a little nervous. I can't tell. I can't tell.
I was, but it's getting better. It's getting better.
We getting better. Listen, can I tell you a secret? Before I actually fire up these live streams, I still get a little jitters too. It's natural. But once you know get to going, it's just like clockwork. Ain't nothing to worry about. And plus you up here with Freezy. I'm your big brother. I ain't gonna let nobody disrespect you. I ain't gonna let nobody bully you. Trust me. Nothing. You don't gotta worry about that up here. 907, thank you for coming through. I'm about to close out the show. I'm gonna drop you down. And we love you, 907.
All right, I'll be in the comments, Freezy. Thank you.
Thank you.
No Cap-tivity.
Shout out to 907, man. Wow. That was awesome. Y'all listen, shout out again to Ryder Prophet. I still got your name wrong. Hold on. McCole Faith and Fitness in Motion. Oh, I got the H in there. Hold on. Let me take this H off. My bad, McCole. McCole, what I was gonna say was, just for that, I think Ryder Prophet just came through again. Let me see. I think Ryder Prophet just came through again. Let me see. Yup, sure did. Wait, no, that's not Ryder Prophet. That's let me see. Hold on. That's Jermaine. Shut up. Hold on. Let me highlight. I gotta highlight my dog Jermaine, man. Let me see. Shout out to Jermaine Cole.
Check the cash out, bitch. You so damn dumb. Check the cash out.
With the $10 Cash Cap, he said, Freezy, great show tonight. Appreciate you, Jermaine, dog.
No Cap-tivity.
Always appreciate you, Jermaine. Thank you so much, dog. Thank you, Jermaine. He also said in the chat, yes, great insight from 907 Good Eats and hot sauce tonight. That's a fact. Jermaine, thank you, bro. Thank you. I want to thank everybody for their contribution. Thank you for holding it down in the chat, Emperor. Thank you. Emperor, once again, make sure you leave your channel in the chat as well. Emperor's gaming channel. McCole, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Listen. Ryder Prophet and McCole will start out as the sponsors of the next show because of my mistakes. But even when Freezy make mistakes, I like to clean it up. So to next show, McCole and Ryder Prophet, y'all will start out as the sponsors of the tomorrow's show. I didn't see Ryder Prophet since earlier. I'm gonna see if I could find him on Instagram and message him. But thank y'all for being sponsors of tonight's show. Also, thank you to Next Level for your contribution. Thank you for your contribution via Cash App. Cash Cap. I appreciate you, Next Level. Of course, Ryder Prophet for being sponsor of the show. Jermaine. Thank you, Jermaine. I really appreciate you, Jermaine Cole. Thank you, dog, for your contribution. Also, AR Smitty, thank you for your super cap. I appreciate it. Tyrus, thank you for your super cap. 2 Glock Hot, thank you for your super cap. And McCole again. McCole, Faith and Fitness in Motion. Thank you for your super cap and being a sponsor of tonight's show as well, McCole.
No Cap-tivity.
McCole, let them know if you have, your name seems like you have a platform. Where can they find you? Can they find you on YouTube? Where's your platform? Do you have a fitness platform? Faith and Fitness platform? Is it on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram? If you do, leave your link in the chat. Y'all, let me see. Y'all know I got to give it to y'all, right? Y'all know I got to give it to y'all, right? Hold on, I think I got. Yep. My sister came through too. Shout out to Lady Naveau, man. Lady Naveau.
Check the cash out, bitch.
With the $2 cash cow. She said, love you, bro. Just an end. She said, just an end, cow. Busy day. No, thank you, sis. Always. I appreciate it.
No Cap-tivity.
Man, I don't take it lightly. I really don't. And we try to have deep discussions, constructive conversations. Right? I do get a little animated, and y'all got to excuse me. I get a little animated. I get a little hype. But y'all know when I go into my intellectual bag, I have to kind of calm down, especially when, you know, my family come on up, when the No Cap crew come on up and have the conversation with your boy Freezy. Y'all listen. I'm about to call on the Most High God so he can give us the ultimate words of wisdom. Let's see what the Most High had to say. Let me see. Let's see what the Most High got to say right here. Father, we need some words of wisdom right now. What do you got to tell us? Oh, there you go. The Most High came to us from Philippians 2nd chapter, 12th verse. And it reads, wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only. That's the key. Don't act good when you think you're in his presence only, but now much more in my absence. We should try to develop the kind of discipline where it shows in all facets of our life, no matter where we are, even if we're in the presence of the Lord or we're not. We're just a genuinely good and righteous person through discipline. That goes for the men and the women. That goes for the men and the women. But now much more in my absence. And what does the Most High tell us to do? Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Let's stop trying to preach and talk other people into changing. But more importantly, let's concentrate on changing ourselves.
No captivity.
And through that experience, guess what? We would have developed the correct knowledge and wisdom in what we should be seeing in the next person. A lot of times we try to change people just to suit our personal needs, just like this guy. He was trying to tell her to look out for him because of his career. But we need to be changing for the better and for the Most High. And then we'll be more equipped to instruct other people, or on what they need to change into, or not even instruct, because I don't believe in women actually instructing grown men. The children sure, but not grown men. But we'll be more equipped to understand what we need to look for in our future significant others. Or even if you're already married, or even if you're already in a serious relationship, you know what kind of person your significant other needs to be, because we've put our own selves through the test.
No captivity.
Shout out to the whole No Cap crew. Shout out to all the mods, Emperor, my brother Emperor, Kojak 313. Shout out to Miss Piggy for holding it down as well in the chat. Shout out to Hassan for holding it down. Shout out to T Will. Shout out to everybody for being here, man. Jermaine Cole. Let me see. Jermaine Cole. Jermaine Cole, you still there, Jermaine? Are you still there, Jermaine? Jermaine just graduated. Shout out to Stanley White for coming on over chilling with your boy Freezy, man. Phoenix for holding it down. Can't forget my sister Phoenix. Let me see. Rush, I see you, bro. Shout out to Rush Enterprise. That's a solid brother, man. Shout out to Rush. Let me see. I know it'd be too many people to name because it's like 688 chats. Tyrus, thank you for coming on through, bro. Of course, McCole, Faith and Fitness. McCole, did you ever say you had a channel? Let me see. Let me see. 907 Good Eats, thank you. Of course, thank you to 907 Good Eats. Travel One, great. Travel One gave a great insight while she was in the chat. Thank you, Travel One. Hot Sauce, thank you for joining the show, Hot Sauce. Thank you, bro. Hot Sauce and 907, thank y'all for joining the show. Cassandra B, yup, thank you. AR Smitty, both Smitties, thank y'all for joining the show. Shout out to the whole No Cap crew, man. The whole entire Gray Lee, I see you early in the chat. Thank you for coming through, Gray Lee. Shout out to the whole No Cap crew. Next Level in the building. Let me see, make sure. Is Next Level. Next Level. Where's Next Level at? When I look in the chat on YouTube versus my software, I don't see some of the people. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at them. But yeah, listen, I'm about to go to Anton Daniels. Anton Daniels is where the after party is at. Anton Daniels is live right now, and y'all can check Freezy out in probably about 40 minutes on Anton Daniels' channel. I'm going to be co-hosting the channel. Co-hosting his live stream, not the channel. Co-hosting the live stream. Shout out to Anton Daniels, doing a great work, man.
No Cap-tivity.
Y'all going over to Anton Daniels' channel, and y'all will see your boy Freezy over there as well. Shout out to the No Cap crew. I always give a shout out to the No Cap crew over there. Shout out to the Bag Chasers as well. Y'all know what I always say. To free yourself, you must heal yourself. And until the next time, we out of here.
No Cap-tivity. Freezy.